Yo, what's up, sleepers? It's your boy Eddbedhead here in the Sleeping Cinema, and today I have with me
Obama. I mean Otacon. They both have O, so I got confused.
It's an honor, Mr. Obama. Who else do we have with us today?
You got Snake.
Snake from Metal Gear. We got Obama and Snake, the two legendary guests.
You also got Backstab 246.
Oh man, that's not as cool. All right,
You got bro over there.
Bro, I swear I thought Aleksey dropped off the face of the earth for the past 2 weeks.
Why?
To be honest.
I don't know. I barely even hear from him on chats.
Yeah, I don't talk much.
There will be timestamps in the description for a review of the movie. You want to skip ahead to that, but for now, let's buy some tickets and grab our favorite concessions. So, speaking of your past 2 weeks, how's your guys' week been?
Nothing eventful.
It's been good. Listening a lot to Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, the Kendrick album that dropped, last week? Was it?
I think so, yeah, Friday.
And listening to The Heart Part 5, which was like his prelude track before he released the album. The album's amazing. That's all I had to say.
You've been binge listening.
I said nothing happened, but yeah, something happened. I hit a deer. My car's getting totaled. Now I've got to look for a new car.
That was last week's, Aleksey.
Did I mention that?
Yes.
You didn't mention the new car part.
But yeah, no. So I got to get a new car now. I don't know what I'm gonna get. All I know is I'm getting 10,500.
Get a Kia Smart Car.
Bro,
Get an electric.
Get a Kia Soul.
Get an electric in general, bro.
Get a Kia
Electric
Soul.
cars are gonna be expensive though right now.
You get a tax write-off though, or something like that. I gotta look into it, but you do get.
are you trying to get an electric as well?
I want to, yeah. That's
I
gonna
want
be
an
my next
electric car too. Yeah.
I want to get a Tesla.
Especially,
It's
with-
just that I don't know. Like I feel like the battery's gonna get fucked up in our winters.
yeah. Apparently, they can last a long time, but gas is gonna hit like $5 this summer, dude. It's so ridiculous.
Well,
so.
what do you expect?
It was
at
at $5 when I visited Muskegon like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago.
It's crazy.
It's at $4.50 now, I think.
Yeah.
I'm spending so much money on gas.
I spent $70 on gas
You
like 2
only
days
need
ago.
to charge your car. Like it takes like $20 to charge an electric car.
Are you sure electric's not gonna go up in price?
No.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
I
technically
don't see-
free if you go to one of those electric.
Like
spots.
Celebration Cinema has them. The North
Tanger
one.
has a bunch.
I thought you pay for it still.
No,
They have
they're
free
free.
ones.
Oh, they have free ones. I
Mhm.
bet the free ones take forever though. I'm thinking of the superchargers.
If you sit
like,
down and watch a movie or wander to the mall, boom, there you go. You get a little charge there.
I should probably put this big ass.
But what you been up to,
Before I
Javier?
ruin it.
working. That's really about it. I think.
I've been exercising and
Ooh.
dieting.
So I've been working out more. That's about it.
I was confused on when we were next gonna go to the gym, Javier. I forgot to ask you, so I
Yeah.
just kind of did my own thing at home.
It's okay. Friday, my brother came down and I wasted like $200 that day.
That's crazy. But yeah, I've been sticking to my plan so far. I've been having fun doing it. It doesn't seem like that much of a chore.
Oh, that's a huge tax break.
Yeah, pretty good.
This fucking
But that's a
Apple
hybrid,
Watch
though.
was
That's not
which
That's
was
true.
a
Big
huge, big, good
But they're
investment for me.
expensive to buy as well too.
What are you talking about?
We're talking about electric
Oh my
cars.
god!
he brought it up. And I'm
I
trying
just
to.
wanted to show him how much you get back in
but they're
taxes.
Isn't it like
expensive,
20% or something?
Yeah, you get like $7,000 back.
Yeah, tax back bracket.
That's crazy.
But you have to actually know
So,
the information to put into
How's
it,
your
too.
calories been?
I'm doing 1,800 a day, and then with
Nice.
exercise, I tend to end the day off with like 800 left, so I'm technically doing like 1,000.
Ooh, that's pretty good. I started doing my calories too.
Oh yeah, what's your?
I do 1,500, I think, a day.
Well, you're a skinnier dude, so you
Are you-
obviously.
I'm
how
also
much
trying to
I
lose
do.
a lot of weight faster.
Wait. What time do you?
Yeah.
What time do you get out of work?
That's why I take a picture of this.
Cool.
I get out late. I do like second shift kind of.
Yeah, but what time? Because me and
like-
Jesus don't go to the gym until 7 now.
Around like
No.
So you can
9:30 is the earliest that I get home.
Oh,
Is the absolute
No,
earliest.
I mean it is 24 hours. But no.
yeah, that's true.
my job's trying to go to second as well.
But yeah, bro, you should wear your Apple Watch more.
Yeah, close
To
my
do
rings.
'em,
I
yeah.
definitely close
It's
them
been
at work.
it's been very motivating for me.
I've been doing this whole week. I've been going hardcore on the calories. I've been like under it for like 100 or 200 calories every day.
I can't say the
Damn,
same.
you only eat like 100, 200 calories?
It's very easy
it's
to
been
do.
I've gone under, so I'm like
Shut your... It's because you don't fucking eat at all.
He's anorexic as fuck. He's like,
I'm not anorexic, bro.
he's just like, bro, that's a cheeseburger. Nah.
Plus, he's already skinny, so like, it's different.
But he sees one
I'm
toast,
built different.
one load,
Exactly.
one bread. He's just like that one toasted bread. He's like, oh yeah, that's a good meal right there.
Yeah,
Oh.
he came home with McDonald's yesterday. He's like, "You want some?" I'm good.
But bro, I'm almost, you know, I think I lost 10 pounds. So
Yeah,
that's
don't
good.
get
Dang,
McDonald's
bro.
spicy nuggets.
That's
They're
good.
straight
Spicy
butt.
nuggets?
Yeah. they have
Oh,
spicy
yeah,
nuggets
I've
and
seen them, and I'm like, they don't even look good.
They are not.
I got him when they first came out, and they were disappointing.
I don't go to McDonald's, so it's a hard. I'm good.
I just, if I want spicy nuggets, I go to Wendy's.
Yeah, I was about
Yeah.
to say Wendy's
with
spicy
the
nuggets
with
are
the
top
ghost
tier.
pepper ranch,
Their
bro.
nuggets are top tier.
With
Their
the ghost
spicy
pepper ranch, they're insane.
Yes, for me, I just been doing the calorie thing. That's it. I haven't really been working out.
Hot boy summer, bro.
Hot boy summer. We're gonna get that slim bod. I gotta buy a
Short
scale.
King Spring.
You know how hard it is to
We're
work
gonna
out
be
with
going to the
Scott
beach this
though?
summer.
Very. I guess I bet he's
Maybe.
very unmotivated.
Yeah, he's always complaining about his weight, but
Who?
he's Scott.
Oh,
He's always bitching at me like, "Why are you going to the gym, working out, blah blah blah?" And I'm just like, "I'm trying to lose weight." He's like, "Bro, stop being stupid. Just enjoy your life." I'm like, I'm trying to live.
I used to
enjoy
work
it.
out with Hector, and I gave him credit for being motivated to actually go. You know,
mm-hmm.
he just can't do everything because he's a little bit heavier guy. But he stays on the treadmill the whole time I was at the gym before.
Scott just doesn't have the motivation. But like now that he's bigger, he's just like, I need to work out. But I'm like, and then when I ask him, hey, you want to go to the gym with me? Nah, I'm gonna go home and lay down. Okay.
But when he does do stuff, he's very athletic. It seems.
All right. So with that, let's take
Just
our
got that
seats
beer gut.
and let's get into these trailers. Yeah, that's all it is.
That's what I have too.
Any new movies, TV shows, or video games you guys are looking forward to?
Owl House specials, bro. There was a crazy ass scene this week. Oh my goodness.
I can't wait for our host to drop on Disney Plus.
I haven't watched anything.
I want to play that new Brawl game.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
that one.
I forgot.
I
what
heard it
it's
was
called.
actually
Shaggy.
good.
Yeah,
Shaggy in it.
there's some Twitch streamers who have early access, like Moist
Yeah,
Critical
yeah.
was playing last night. It looked
Too
pretty
bad,
fun.
Too bad. If
And it
it
has
comes out,
rollback
I'm never
netcode,
gonna play it with you guys.
Which is good.
Why?
Why?
I
It's
think
free.
Isn't it PC only?
It's PS5 as well.
Yeah, it's
I
on
saw it in the
PS5.
game store.
Oh.
It's not out yet, but it's there as a like a
Pre-order.
placeholder. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be free. I'm pretty sure.
Fucking
Yeah,
say
well,
less.
there'll be microtransactions.
Yeah,
that's
DLC
about it,
characters, stuff like that.
I don't need
But-
that shit.
Dude, they look so awesome. I don't even
Yeah.
know
I
what
want to play
character I'm
Shaggy,
gonna play.
bro.
Yeah, of course.
What? He's gonna be like a DLC character.
No,
bro.
I will buy him.
I might play.
I will buy Shaggy.
I
Day One
will
as DLC.
buy it.
I might play Tom and Jerry.
I'm just saying they made Ultra Instinct Shaggy a real thing.
Yeah, that's pretty
So,
awesome, dude.
I'm just saying.
They body
Design
language-
wise, he's not as
Ultra
crazy as I
Instinct, yeah.
thought he'd look. But,
What do you
it's
think he'd
fine.
look like?
Like Ultra
Like
Instinct.
one of those TikTok buff transformations, like the Mordecai one, where it's like Mordecai, then
Oh,
he
I
pumps
can't wait
weights.
till they bring in regular show. That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be in the game as well.
I don't know. I'm
Velma's
assuming
in it.
that's a feature
Why
character.
is Velma
Rigby's
in there?
brother better be in the game.
It says she was a support character. What does that mean? Like,
Who?
a support character. It's exactly as it sounds.
Supporting.
Yeah.
oh, so it's just
Who
gonna be
are
a
you
character
guys
you're
gonna
attached
play?
to?
I don't know the cast.
I don't know the cast. There's
I
no
saw
You
Shaggy.
can look it up real quick.
I saw as
Aleksey.
a meme,
Yeah.
Gus from Breaking Bad was in the game.
What's the game called again?
I don't remember. Just look up new Brawl game.
Multiverses.
Oh yeah, multiverses characters.
Time.
Bro, typing like your grandma.
Well, I'm sorry.
I'm kidding.
We got.
Of course,
Steven
he's on the
Universe.
front page too. That's crazy.
Bro, why would you click on the website?
Just
Bro,
look at
how
that
old?
character
You're gonna
sheet,
tell?
though,
You're
bro.
gonna dox your age right now?
Damn.
Damn, bro,
What the
I'm gonna
fuck?
fucking scam you.
Oh, what the fuck?
All right,
Closed alpha.
You guys just looked at Google Images.
Screen? Yeah, I could have, but this is
Yeah, but now you can't.
Easier.
Where's the route? Okay, there we go.
Here we go.
Damn,
More to
Velma's
reveal-
in the
Yeah, we
game.
got
Harley
Iron
Quinn,
Giant, bro. That's a
Garnet,
throwback.
Bugs Bunny. We got Batman.
I might play.
Fire.
Steven Universe.
I might play
Shaggy's the
Velma.
fight. I gotta check out Shaggy right
It's
now.
I like
Check out what it
Garnet.
says.
It's
Tisha-
crazy they have
And
Arya
Tisha's actually been
Stark.
watching
Joint power
Steven
uppercut.
Universe.
Oh,
Bro's
what
gonna
you
walk
think?
up to you and give you a
She seems to
nasty ass
enjoy it
uppercut.
right now.
It's crazy that Arya Stark from Game of Thrones is in the game.
Yeah.
Who?
The
last
Iron
thing-
Giant.
That's the girl with the sword. She's from Game of Thrones.
Oh.
Let's see what it
They
says.
just made her animated.
Last thing
Yeah.
Shaggy remembers
Oh,
before the change was exploring another spooky old mansion with
Why
his
does Superman
pal
have to be in
Scoop,
that
just
shit?
like any other day with the gang.
Same
he
with Batman.
found.
Fuck
because
that
they're
shit.
the
Strange
one of
glowing
the
crystal.
biggest properties that
Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers has.
Yeah.
No, get that whack shit out of here. To be honest,
Jake the dog.
I'm gonna play Steven
Yeah, this
Universe.
is so exciting.
Taz,
I
the
hope,
Iron Giant.
I hope it's good.
He's
I
a tank.
want to play it.
I might play Velma.
My question is, why
depending
are
on
there
her
roles for
playstyle.
these characters?
That's what I was questioning. Like, why are there roles? Like,
Well, it's just to like tell you what kind of like playstyle they have,
No,
like
but is there any
grappler.
There's
story
probably
in
gonna be
that?
like a team.
Well, in all
gameplay.
fighting games, there's different roles. Like there's Shotos, there's grapplers, there's what the fuck, chargers.
My guess is they're gonna add some other
Chargebacks.
game mode to it to utilize the game.
what's Bugs Bunny?
Bugs Bunny?
Yeah, he has like a.
Striker, I think.
That's a Shoto.
He's a mage.
That's a Shoto.
Range.
He does range attack.
Wonder
He
Woman's
throws
a
carrots,
tank.
bro.
He's
Tom and
Ryu.
Jerry,
Oh,
yeah.
Tom and Jerry. Wow, of
Tank.
course you're gonna go with the mage one, Eddie. He's like,
I like Tom and Jerry. What can I say?
Shaggy's
bro?
a bruiser. Harley Quinn's a assassin type. Yep. I would have thought Batman would have been an assassin type
That makes
too.
sense.
It's crazy that Steven Universe got two
Characters.
reps.
He's a healer, support.
He's a port, bro.
Bro, it's because Steven
It
Universe
should
is
have
so
been-
freaking
It
popular.
should have been
A tank.
Oh, Scooby-Doo got two as well.
It should have been the Steven
Velma
fusion
and,
with Connie.
Shaggy.
I'm sure there will be
Velma's a
DLC
support.
characters.
What
in
was
the
it,
future.
Stefani or something?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That would have been cool. They did that one.
I'm sure
instead.
there'll be DLC
Bro, this
characters.
looking better and better.
Jankies.
Y'all gotta look at some gameplay later, or you do, Alexi.
Yeah,
I
I've
haven't
seen
seen it
some
yet.
already.
I have not seen the trailer even.
All right, let's start with the first trailer actually for
Going
the
back
for show. Yeah.
Screen.
So up first we have She-Hulk, attorney at law. Plot: Jennifer Walters navigates the complicated life of a single 30-something attorney who also happens to be a green 6'7" superpowered Hulk. Releases August 17th of 2022.
Does she not know how to turn it off? And
It's crazy that this is our first time watching the She-Hulk trailer for
No, it's not.
a She-Hulk trailer.
This is the newest.
I've never seen She-Hulk before this, and I'm glad that I saw it. But too bad she's not as muscular as I would have hoped
what
for.
are you thinking? Like the actual Hulk kind of muscle?
No, just
you
She
can
does
look
have
up
She-Hulk.
scenes like that,
You can
though.
look up Google images.
Yeah, like She-Hulk's a
lot
decent
taller?
bit more buff than the She-Hulk
And
in
Me
this
and
the
Alexi
show.
were also saying we didn't like the CGI.
The
They
CGI
should've-
was
They should have
horrendous.
just painted her green or something.
Come on.
The CGI is okay.
No, it is not.
It's okay.
I don't mind it. I
No,
mean,
the
I,
CGI was terrible.
I guess. I mean, when you go to certain parts, she
Click that
goes a
first
lot.
top left image.
She goes a
This
lot
one?
Yeah.
lighter in the tone.
That's what she
That's
looks like. in the-
terrible. That is just awful.
She
She
looks
just
like
has
Michael
the-
Jackson.
She
but
just looks
painted
like she
green.
has slightly buffer
Michael
shoulders.
Jackson.
Well, I mean that's what
Painted
what
green.
She-Hulk looks like.
Michael Jackson painted green.
I
She
thought
looks
you
like
were
Michael
talking
Jackson.
about. I thought you were talking about the scene. Like if you scroll
She
down,
looks like
from
Michael
the
Why are you
Jackson,
trying to
bro.
be like that, bro?
She looks like Michael Jackson.
In some iterations, yeah, she does look like that.
I just think they could have painted her green.
Yeah, like that's
No, because
More
then
muscular
she's
than
she's obviously not as muscular.
obviously they can't make her look as muscular because
That's
Then there's no transformation.
That's unrealistic.
unrealistic.
Plus, she's
yeah.
like 7 feet tall or something.
All right,
She's
that's
just
exactly
green.
where the CGI comes in from, but it's still a bit ridiculous, I think.
I think it looks fine.
But the actual content
I
of
thought you were
the
talking about that image right there.
the
This one?
actual content of the trailer looked
the other
interesting
one.
to me though.
There better be like half
No,
fights
the other.
and like half of it courtroom cases.
It's like there's
Oh.
a bridge in the background.
'Cause she's a
Actually have,
lawyer.
like,
Bridge in the
actually have
background.
lawyer
Yeah,
episodes.
Go over. Yeah, keep going
I
down,
hope
keep
that's
going
what
left,
most of the show
go
is.
down one. That image.
It's
That's
Law
what we're
and
talking
Order,
about,
except she
like,
busts the
she doesn't
criminals.
look like she.
I saw a comic page on Twitter, which
she
was
doesn't look great in
She-Hulk going into a room and she
Is this
sees
what you
Moon
want your
Knight.
She-Hulk to look like, bro?
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Yeah, I
beef.
agree. Actually,
That's
I agree.
And then She-Hulk sees Moon Knight in the room, and then Moon Knight gets scared.
She gets pegged.
I just bought an old Moon Knight comic like
He
yesterday.
gets pegged.
Yeah.
That's called getting fucked, bro.
Well, how
That's
do you
the
know?
She-Hulk you're looking for, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
So what do you guys
want to
think
get pegged, bro?
What do you
It
guys
just
think of the
sounds like-
content in the actual trailer though?
It looks fine. I mean, there wasn't tons of content.
It looks like it's gonna be
I like that-
It looks like it's gonna be boring.
I hope they go into more of how she got the powers.
I hope
So-
it's good.
So going off of Moon Knight, how do you guys think this will compare?
I
haven't
have
finished it
no
yet.
idea. I really liked Moon Knight.
Mm-hmm.
It was very
I
short.
don't know what the story's gonna be, honestly. My guess
court
is gonna-
cases, hopefully.
Well, that's her day job. I think they're just
So
gonna
she's
play off
just
that.
like,
I think it's gonna get. definitely involve the government.
Well, sometimes she does court cases while in She-Hulk form.
But my guess is it's going to involve the government because they had the government mentioning the superhuman initiative, whatever that's going to be all about. And
Red Hulk, maybe?
Maybe.
Oh, they showed Abomination.
Abomination. Right. The original one, too, from the 2008 movie, too.
But Abomination seems to be a homie to Wong for some reason.
Yeah,
you're right about that, but he might not be friendly to the Hulk, so,
So are we in the 616 universe then still?
Yes, we're still in the 616.
Yeah, this is Mark Ruffalo Hulk, the regular.
I'm glad that he's in the show. If it was just her and there was
this
no...
This is before Shang-Chi, though.
Oh, this takes place before then?
You know why?
Why?
Because this is... Hulk and Banner fused together still. In the end credits of Shang-Chi, it was just Banner.
Yeah.
Not Banner and Hulk fused. Professor Hulk. It wasn't Professor Hulk.
Yeah.
So this takes place before that.
Let's go, bro.
What the fuck is the Hulk that's like the last thing alive? What was his name?
Planet Hulk?
Agents of Smash.
What are you talking about? What are you trying to say?
The Hulk that Bruce Banner dies inside of his body, so it's just all Hulk.
Pure Hulk. I don't know.
Pure Hulk.
Yeah, you got me at a loss.
I don't know the name. I know what you're talking about, but I don't know the name.
Hulk.
Just like the one who remains or something.
I don't remember.
All right, let's move on to the next thing. Up next, we have Spiderhead plot. 2 inmates form a connection while grappling with their past in a state-of-the-art penitentiary run by a brilliant visionary who experiments on his subjects with mind-altering drugs. Releases June 17 of 2022. So this is the one with Chris Hemsworth. What do you guys think?
It looks weird. It just from the trailer kind of reminds me of like Everything Everywhere All at Once, but I don't know. I have no idea what the fuck this is gonna be about.
The way that Chris Hemsworth is acting in this movie gives me mad. What's his name? Harry Potter's actor.
Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah, Daniel Radcliffe. The way he's acting, I'm getting mad Daniel Radcliffe vibes from him. Because when he plays like a bad guy, he's kind of crazy, and that's the vibes I was getting from this. Like he was literally acting the exact same way.
He reminds me of the character that he played in Fight Club, which I was the only one who watched that one.
Yeah, I haven't seen that, so I don't know.
I saw what the plot is.
You saw what the plot, but you never saw.
I didn't see the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was during a week when we recommended it,
and then you guys canceled.
Yeah, but
I think it is Immortal Hulk.
But
maybe. I don't know.
But yeah, I don't know. It looks like it's just gonna be one big drug trip movie. Like I think at the end of it, we're gonna be like, wait, so none of this was real, and all of this was.
If that's what the ending is, this movie's trash.
That would suck.
In like 9 out of 10 scenarios, that movie will be trash.
Trip.
That's crazy.
All right, up next we have something Javier is looking forward to: Prey, Predator 5.
I'm down.
Plot: the origin story of the Predator in the world of Comanche Nation. 300 years ago, Naru, a skilled female warrior, fights to protect her tribe against one of the first highly evolved predators to land on Earth. Releases August 5th of 2022.
Okay, my hopes are not high. Okay,
I'm looking forward for this.
I'm keeping I have a little hope, just a little bit, because I want these movies to work so badly.
Oh, I don't care if they work or not. I'm just gonna watch it.
I want them to work so badly. Okay, I love the Predator. Okay, It's a fan favorite
first two
thing.
movies.
The first 2 movies are great. I loved it. And then they came out with, what was the last one they came out with?
Predator 5.
Well, obviously it was Predator 4, but it was just trash. It was utter trash. And then there was the previous one, I don't remember. It was like Predator versus Aliens or something like that.
Oh, right.
That's its own franchise.
Yeah, that is. That has like 3 movies, I think.
I am glad that Weyland-Yutani is a thing, though. I'm like it's a good mix.
You like this? Do you remember in 4 the suit that they used to fight the Predator? And then the suit broke on them.
I hated it.
What do you guys think of this being in early human history?
I like the premise because I like it when they go into like
the past.
It's kind of like Assassin's Creed, but with Predator.
Okay.
Even though this came out before.
So
you know what?
That's where my hopes is, and
I'm confused how this tribe can see them that well.
I'm wondering to see how they beat them because if you know the lore, basically they only fight enemies that are worthy.
Of being hunted.
And that's how it goes. So that's really cool. And another thing is, this could actually play into another. There's a bunch of lore. I know a little bit about it, so
he's doing icebergs for the
Yes,
Predator.
Did you play
I
Predator
didn't even know
Concrete
that.
Jungle?
I have the game. Yes.
You have it has a cool, like, it's a trash game, but it has
It's not good. Yeah.
but it has some cool things in it.
Really? I don't believe
Yeah.
Really?
By the way, I found the Hulk character was Maestro. Or
Maestro Hulk.
Okay.
So is he composer?
But yeah, I'll give this a shot as well because I really want the series to work.
I'll
And
I'll probably wait for reviews.
I'll wait unless it's the movie we have to watch.
Yeah, unless it's that. Yeah,
Honestly, I'm gonna watch
but
it
it's
regardless.
what was that on Hulu? I think.
No,
Yeah.
I think
yeah, it
it's
said
gonna be.
Hulu.
Oh,
It said
really?
Hulu,
Yeah,
it's
right,
on
right,
Hulu.
right.
I'm gonna watch it regardless. I don't care if it's good or not. I'm just gonna like.
I want this to
Here's
work,
my money,
okay?
Hulu. Let me watch this shit.
Right,
The thing
already
is,
have it?
I don't think they
No.
should have called it
I
Predator
have
5
Hulu,
though.
but I don't know if it's gonna be like a free movie.
Oh
we're
shit!
gonna play.
I forgot.
Oh, it's gonna be a movie you have to pay for. So I'm like, here's my money.
I
Let
think
me
it'll be
fucking watch
free.
it.
Like I said, I just don't want this movie to. They went the wrong way calling it Predator 5.
What do you
Damn, I
want to
forgot
do?
a couple things that I was
Predator
looking forward
Origins,
to.
maybe.
We can touch
Yeah,
back
later.
after we.
Yeah.
Up next, we have 3,000 Years of Longing plot. A lonely scholar on a trip to Istanbul discovers Dajin, who offers her 3 wishes in exchange for her freedom. Releases August 31st of 2022.
It also seems like one of those mindfuck movies. Like there's so many already. Like it's just like back to back to back. I'm
Yeah,
like, I don't know how to feel.
We saw so many trailers. Like the last one last week was the Harry Styles, which was like a mindfuck movie.
Yeah.
This one seems to be as well. What do you guys think of this Genie movie?
It's
Nah.
I don't
It's
know.
Wild. It looks like an acid trip.
It does.
Yeah, I don't know.
It looks like
I
a movie I'm not gonna even care to watch.
like
it-
Idris Elba, so
I'm getting Kazam vibes.
I hope he raps in the movie.
That would be great.
It's
I played
definitely-
Knuckles. I'm a genie.
My
It's
name is
definitely,
Kazam.
it definitely looks wild. I don't know about
I want to watch that now.
Idris Elba being in it. I don't
Good
know
shot
about
to
him
it.
being the genie, so like I don't see him as a good genie-esque character.
We'll see.
Why do you say that?
He just doesn't seem
He's
right for the
proved he
role.
can
He
be-
played Knuckles for
That's what I
fuck's
was about to
sake.
say. He played Knuckles, and
That-
he was kind of
was the
funny in
voice actor
Suicide
for Knuck-
Squad.
he was-
Yeah, it seemed like the
Oh!
biggest
Oh, shit.
mismatch to put him as Knuckles, but
I just
he
don't
worked
see
it out perfectly.
Now I want to watch
As Knuckles,
There, I
he did
crushed
fine.
it
I'll
for
give him
you.
that.
it. Now I want to
He
watch
might
it
surprise
now.
me for that. I just don't see him as a good genie.
Well, he
character.
could be very dry in his humor or whatever the fuck it
guess.
is.
Maybe
I
he'd be
doubt
like-
he's gonna be like Robin Williams genie
Obviously, that's what
or
I'm
Will
thinking, 'cause
Smith genie.
I'm seeing a
I like
very
the Will
like
Smith genie too.
I
this
did
movie
too.
seems more of like a serious, like yet has
What
a
about the
lot of
Shaq genie?
comedic moments in it,
You didn't
and
bring up the Shaq genie, bro.
he might not be the comedic character in the movie, but that's where I'm
I
throwing
think-
it into.
I think this is a movie we definitely have to wait for a second trailer for because I don't have
Yes.
too much to go off
It's
of right
hard
now.
to
When is
see
it
what this
coming
movie's
out?
all
Oh my
about.
God.
Whenever the fuck it comes
August
out.
31st. So we still got a few months.
Ew.
That's brazy.
And lastly, we have Where the Crawdads Sing plot. A woman who raised herself in the marshes of the Deep South becomes a suspect in a murder of a man she was once involved with. Releases July 15 of 2022. What do you guys think of the second trailer we saw?
I don't remember it.
Second trailer.
Yeah,
it's the
that's the
second
second
This
one.
was the second
Oh.
trailer we saw.
We've seen the
It still
first one
doesn't
like
seem too interesting to
2-3
me.
times.
Kajillion
already.
years
Yeah.
ago.
Oh, we saw a lot more of the romance aspect in this new
Are
trailer.
they actually gonna show Crawdad singing?
I don't know. Yeah, they
Are they gonna rap too?
the Crawdads rap. That's the sequel.
Stop bringing up Chippendale, okay? Everything
Oh,
just
right.
everything just has to be a rap, bro.
Yeah, because they did the rap.
Remember the rapping
Why
dog
would
in
you
the
say I eat
Titanic
whale?
animated
I don't
film?
eat whale.
Do you remember the rapping dog in the Titanic animated film?
Okay, what do you
No.
guys think of the Crawdads?
It's whatever. I don't care.
Yeah, it's movies, whatever. I don't care.
It's a thriller.
yeah,
I think
The
so.
color palette was fucking drab and boring.
we'll
Everything
see.
looked the same.
We'll see how well this movie does. I'm guessing a lot of Taylor Swift fans are gonna turn out for this.
Well, yeah, because
Are they actually just gonna put the whole album on
Yeah,
on
bro,
the
that's the
fucking
plan.
movie?
That is the plan.
It's gonna set the mood for each scene. I
They
don't know.
literally just announced it. They showed it at the end, like Taylor Swift's album's gonna
It
be in this.
just her name attached to it, and this being a film around like a drama type story about murdering what husband you said?
Oh, some random guy.
Some guy.
Someone she was involved with.
Yeah,
was
it seems like a CW drama show.
Oh, you like
even
the CW,
though it's a movie,
don't you? That's why you enjoyed The Flash.
the Flash.
What?
The Flash.
Wasn't it in CW?
Yeah, it was
with
a
the
CW
sperm flashes that Aleksey tells me is good.
I remember I sent you guys that 2-hour video.
Yeah, I loved it. I watched it twice or maybe even 3 times.
I
really liked that movie.
It was good.
It's that show. That video.
I'd rather watch that video again than the show.
It's really good.
What
That
video?
About the Flash.
Oh.
Being bad. And he breaks down every little thing about
And the
why it's
sperm
horrible.
flashes.
Aleksey's okay. You
It's
guys are
not
hurting.
terrible.
You guys are hurting his
It's not
feelings. Look at
terrible.
him.
I enjoy it.
All
He's
right.
cheesing
I
over there,
enjoy
bro.
it.
He's
So,
cheesing.
let's move on to your thoughts before watching Forrest Gump.
Well,
So
I thought you
what?
had something to say, Jesus.
Oh, right.
Oh, I'm
Before-
looking
before that.
forward to season 5 of Black Mirror.
Ooh.
I watched the first season of Black Mirror years ago. I thought it was really good.
It's a trippy show, isn't it?
I watched I've binged all of season 2 yesterday. I'm on season 3 right now.
Ooh.
It's really good so far.
Like he's signing himself up already.
It's like an anthology, so every episode is not really connected.
Mm-hmm.
Like there might be an Easter egg or two, like in the episodes or whatever.
Yeah.
But it like mostly all of the episodes are around technology and how it could make like on the surface level it could make things seem better for humanity, but like on a deeper level it kind of fucks up the human experience.
Mm-hmm.
It's really cool.
Aleksey on there.
Yeah, I saw the first 2 episodes.
The pig fucker episode.
Yep, that was a strong episode to open up with.
The second one is so good. The one where you can your eyes are like cameras and you can rewind memories and shit.
What was the one where they're in a box and then he's running on the treadmill? And he
Oh,
gets
the
points?
slaves one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
saw that
that
one
one's
too.
so good too.
I've only seen I think one full episode of Black Mirror, and it's just a random.
Oh.
Scott and Anya were watching it, and they just
I've seen
played
a
it
few
on.
episodes,
And
yeah.
it was one where they were playing a video game, and they put in like a piece in their ear, and then they just go into the game. It was
Oh,
a
I
fighting
I think
game.
I've seen
Sword Art.
the
Oh,
entire
I think
first
that's
season.
the one with Miley Cyrus.
I don't know. It's just
All I know is I think it's a later one.
Are we talking
It
about
is
the
a
newer
later-
ones? Or the old?
I'm going through season 3 right now.
Oh, I
It
think I
was-
saw like the first 2.
They're
Season.
they're really good.
Yeah.
And I just remember that episode being trippy because they kept going in there just to fuck each other, and there were 2 guys. I was like, "What?" The
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I heard about that.
The other thing I'm looking forward to is my Volume 5 copy of Mysterious Girlfriend X is finally shipping. It's been like 4 months.
How
It's just been out of stock forever, but it's finally coming in, and then I'm gonna finally be able to finish the series.
I'm gonna run to his house and steal it before he gets home.
Steal it off
And
his
then I
porch.
found some other works that same author has done, and I'm looking forward to reading those once I'm done with Mysterious
Hells
Girlfriend.
Yeah, bro.
And I also want to read more books in general, like real, just word books.
Hell
so
yeah.
I borrowed
I'll give you a book after
I
this
borrowed
too.
May's book. So hopefully I can get through this.
That
And
one's really thick. I've never read it, but she said it was
Read
good.
some light
she
novels,
said
those
it's
are good.
really good. And that I
We
can-
have different tastes though, so I don't know if I'd like it. But
the concept seems very interesting.
yeah, the whole JFK thing.
with the time travel.
Hell
like,
yeah,
damn,
boy.
Oh,
that's
it's a
crazy.
We have
Conspiracy?
different tastes, but I do like Stephen King as well.
It's a conspiracy book.
Did
kind
you
of.
like the Maximum Overdrive?
I didn't watch that.
It's a movie where people are stuck in a gas station because
It's where
a
Plankton
sentient
goes into maximum overdrive.
sentient truck with I think it has a clown face on it
So
is
Optimus Prime?
threatening to kill everyone.
That reminds me of the movie Tired.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Yeah.
You should watch Maximum Overdrive.
We should watch Tired as well. Watch both of them for
Yeah.
one.
I don't know if I want to watch Tired. That's the one where the tire just kills
Yeah,
people. Just
exactly.
randomly,
I
right?
think the movie's called Rubber.
Oh, Rubber, right?
What's the one with the car?
Cars.
Tired.
No, there's actually a killer car. Like it's an old 80 something muscle car, and it just kills people.
Oh
randomly.
no!
And the way it dies, it gets crushed to death. I
All right,
believe.
so let's move on to you guys' thoughts before watching this Tom Hanks movie, Forrest Gump. What do you guys
I
think?
was slightly dreading it because I thought it was gonna be a bit cheesier of a film.
Mhm.
I've heard mass praise over the years,
Mhm.
I've never really seen many clips of the movie, just, screenshots here and there. Maybe a 2-second soundbite, but that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I was keeping an open mind because it's like one of those pieces of like film history that I just eventually I feel I have to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
I walked in with an open mind, not knowing anything about the movie.
And you suggested it too, right?
I know, yeah. It's because it's a movie that, like you said, like there's like been meme clips and everything about it. I've just like never seen it, and now recently I've just been like when I go on Netflix, I've seen Forrest Gump, like, and then ever since you started doing the recommended list from the thing, it's just like I see Forrest Gump, I'm like, man. I should watch it. Yeah, I didn't know it was gonna be that long of a movie though.
Yeah.
I was thrown off by that.
They were both our movies this week.
I don't remember. So low key, I've seen the Green Mile. I've seen it once.
You
once
don't
or twice.
remember it?
No, I remember bits and parts of it because I watched it when I was like 8.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you didn't comprehend all of it.
Gotcha.
No, I didn't understand what it was, but I was like, man, I remember the Green Mile a little bit, right? And I watched it.
And then you didn't remember anything, right?
I legit.
No, I remember.
I did.
Like,
That's what happened to me. I was like,
Not
"Wait, I
even
don't
gonna
remember
lie, I've never heard of the Green Mile before.
Really?
And I thought this movie was that football movie with the
The longest mile or whatever. The longest
oh,
yard.
they have the same. Did they have the same? The guy, the warden, played the same in that movie too.
Or The Blind Side.
The Blind Side. Yeah, I thought it was The Blind Side.
Oh, that's
but
what it was. Yeah, The Blind Side.
And I'm like, why do you guys want to watch this movie? I'm like, Javier watched it recently. Is that why?
No.
What did you think, Javier, before watching sorry, you already went. So
Yeah.
what did you think, Aleksey, before watching Forrest Gump?
He was looking forward.
I had a boring memory of it, so
I was
I'm
also
glad I
looking forward
watched
for
it.
that meme with
And
the run
before
scene.
watching it,
I didn't see
I
it.
just didn't think much of it. I thought
Yeah.
I was gonna, I gotta watch this movie again. Here we go again. That was my thought before going into it.
Yeah.
So I had already seen this movie last year, but before I had ever even watched it, I thought it was going to be super boring. So I've been putting it off forever, it seemed like, until I finally watched it. And yeah, my perspective changes, all I'll say.
I was gonna say,
I'm
like,
not
you're
gonna
kind
go
of
too
giving away what your thoughts are right now.
But with that, let's get into spoiler-free
You ever
review.
heard that headphone.
One thing I will say that isn't really a spoiler or anything, but the lieutenant guy,
Lieutenant
There you
Dan.
yeah, Lieutenant Dan, he's also in the Green Mile.
Yeah.
he's
Was
that
he?
So
he's
is-
that lawyer.
So is the
Oh, really?
Yeah.
so is one of the guards. He is in Saving Private Ryan. He's a sniper.
Oh, yeah. The one with
Are
two
they just
kids,
like
right?
best friends or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah, I think Tom Hanks is like, you know what? I like this guy, so
He's
let's
like
get
he's
him
like
here.
Adam Sandler. Like, you guys are my crew. Let's make these movies.
Yeah, exactly. That was my thoughts as soon as I saw him in the
I
Green
mean,
Mile.
low key, I liked both of them, so I have no problem with them reusing those actors.
He's a fantastic actor.
I
Yeah.
was streaming yesterday when I was watching both these movies, or at least
6
I
hours.
tried to
You
look
streamed
'em up
6
on-
at
hours?
least this. So, no, I was streaming for at least 4 hours. And,
You said you were streaming to both of them, so you're watching.
I started
for
watching the other movie while I was
Oh.
streaming, but
What were you looking
I
up?
had a lot of interesting commentary when I was streaming, and Time Lady, one of my
Oh
Lady,
yeah, one of your viewers.
Also, at quick glance,
said
I
that
looked up the
I had
actor,
that.
right?
Mhm.
And like, I was like, oh, is this guy still alive? And I was gonna look up his relationship with Tom Hanks, but I kind of forgot because I looked at his Wikipedia and
You went down the rabbit hole.
No, in Wikipedia it just said like the front little the top line. It just said affiliation Republican.
Oh
I'm like,
no.
oh no.
Oh no!
I'm like, well, maybe he's he's a person. He's probably not too bad, but who knows?
All right. So
Yeah,
Forrest,
exactly.
Forrest Gump released July 6th of 1994, starring Tom Hanks and Robin Wright, directed by Robert Zemeckis, rated PG-13. Plot summary: the presidencies of Kennedy and Johnson, the Vietnam War, the Watergate scandal, and other historical events unfold from the perspective of an Alabama man with the IQ of 75, whose only desire is to be reunited with his childhood sweetheart. So what are your guys' overall thoughts?
That's the whole plot of the movie.
Well, yeah,
without
I
getting into
was
spoilers.
so let down now.
I forgot that he goes through different historical events, but yeah, that is another point that I knew going in.
I didn't even know that.
What are your guys' overall thoughts without spoilers for this film?
Fantastic film. Tom Hanks is definitely, and Lieutenant Dan, I forget his actor's name again, but they very much did very good.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Did we just get a new follower? That's usually what that sound
Oh,
is.
really?
That was scary.
Shout outs, bro.
Or a first time chatter.
Yeah. Time Lady just followed you guys.
Oh, let's go. Thank you, Time
what's
Lady.
up?
Well, you got backstab here or in the computer.
I know.
But
I didn't know that's what the sound was gonna be when you followed. So
I was not ready.
It used to freak me out, but then I figured out, oh, that's just because of the way my Streamlabs is set up.
I will say that Jen kind of bugged me.
The love interest?
Yeah, at different points of the film. But I mean, it makes sense in context of
she
her
belongs to the
upbringing.
streets.
I was ready to box
Oh,
her.
that's fucked.
I was ready to box her every time I seen her after like a certain. Like,
But
after
she
a
did
certain
have
point.
some hinted at trauma.
No,
through
No, I
her,
don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I don't
her
care.
father.
Yeah, I don't care. Grow up.
It's both, yeah. I see that she had trauma, but she also had like a ton of years to kind of make her peace
She
with her
should have
life.
matured up quicker. Jesus Christ. That's how I feel.
The events that they showed, it kept my attention throughout the whole movie.
Yeah.
I was also surprised at the bubblegum shrimp thing because I was like, because I went to California.
Oh, the one
as you
there,
guys
yeah.
know. Yeah.
I went to the one in Orlando.
I went to the one at Santa Monica, and I saw the bench there with the chocolate box. And
Did you
and
go
the
eat
shoes.
there?
My dad did.
It's good. I liked it. I didn't get the shrimp, but the food there was good.
Yeah, I wanted to keep
slab?
walking around before we had to leave, so I was just walking around the pier, and I went to a coffee shop.
Yeah, May took a picture on the bench. She's like, "Oh my god, it's the Forrest Gump bench." I was like, sick.
But
All
yeah,
right.
fantastic movie.
Yeah, I think the historical references are done in a very funny way.
It's crazy
It's
how decent, for the most part, they do their like inserting
Yeah.
of Tom Hanks
Especially-
into the events.
Especially this being a 90s movie, so it's not like they had crazy.
all the events that happened was roughly 100 years, is what you're telling me, and throughout this whole movie.
What? No, not 100 years. This is like 3 decades. I think.
60s, late 60s,
this movie was-
70s.
It's like 3 decades about.
Yeah, because
For 3 days, he does not look older towards the end. No, that's what confuses
Yeah,
me.
he's relatively.
He
young
still looks so young. Yeah, like super young. I'm like,
Bro, aged like fine wine.
yeah, no, he literally aged like he looks like he's in his late 20s.
what?
Well,
he did age pretty.
there's
well.
also a lot of historical fantasy, so maybe that's why he's like so
I
young
mean,
looking.
when he looked older is when.
One thing I gotta give, one group of people I gotta give props to is the makeup artists in this movie. The way they de-aged characters and aged them up, such as Sally Field.
Oh, right.
The makeup artists were fantastic because it didn't look fake when they made her look
older.
old.
Yeah.
So that was really impressive.
But yeah, once again with like the CGI artists, like I saw a quick little snippet of an article that's saying like
Did they even CGI
it's
that much in this
they
movie?
had to do each frame of like Lieutenant Dan's
legs.
amputated. Yeah.
Okay. It was good. It came out good though. I like how much the film shifts locations, because like you were saying, it keeps your attention, and I like just seeing him go through all these time eras. Forrest is also a very likable character, and I'm not really sure about the overall meaning of the film, but it was still very enjoyable.
It's not really meaning. It's just
Entertainment.
it's telling the story of a single person
Well,
who
it's-
managed to live through all this.
It's like
That's big
life
facts.
gives you a
That's
box
all
of
it
chocolates. You don't know what you get, but you know
eat
keep your chin up
this
and,
one was like an
and go through it.
autobiography.
This movie kind of made me mad at some point.
He overcame
Adversity.
obstacles due to adversity due to his mental
Handicap.
state.
Like that's the parts that got me mad, low key.
Overall, I would recommend this movie to anyone who hasn't seen it yet. What do you guys rate it out of 10?
It's an
Eight.
eight and a half.
8.5.
Yeah, 8.5 for me.
I just give her an 8.
Let's compare to some online
I
ratings.
want to rewatch it though. I can tell you that. It's too long of a movie to
I'd rewatch it with someone who hasn't watched
Oh,
it.
yeah, so
Same.
that's the only point that I would rewatch it is with someone who wants to watch it. But other than that, I could not sit down and rewatch it myself. Like, this is too long.
The critics for Metascore gave it an 82 out of 100. Rotten Tomatoes tomato meter 70%. Audiences on IMDb 8.8 out of 10, and Rotten Tomato audience 95%. So the average of all these scores is 83.75.
Respect.
So before we jump into the spoiler review, like, comment, subscribe. Also check out our other episodes. The link will be in the description below, as well with these guys. And we are most of the podcast platforms. So give us a listen anywhere at any time.
Are we on bubblegumpshrimp.com?
I wish to be epic. I don't know why we'd be there though.
Sponsor the show.
Let's get into the spoiler-filled
Are we
discussion.
on Apple.com?
Apple? We're on Apple Podcast.
I have a lot of Apple crap now. I hated the fucking ecosystem, but goddamn is it useful.
Let's take an in-depth review of Forrest Gump, starting with meeting Jenny. In 1981, at a bus stop in Savannah, Georgia, a man named Forrest Gump tells his life story to strangers that sit next to him on the bench. In 1956, Alabama, young Forrest is fitted with leg braces to correct his curved spine and is unable to walk properly. He lives alone with his mother, who runs a boarding home out of their home that attracts many tenants, including young Elvis Presley, who plays the guitar for Forrest Gump and incorporates Forrest's jerky dance dance movements into his performance.
That's not the only thing she attracted.
On first day
She
of school,
fucked
The principal.
we'll get there. We'll get there. On his first day of school, Forrest meets a young girl named Jenny Curran, and the two become best friends. What do you guys think of the first few scenes in this film?
I thought it was super slow to me.
Really, the
Yeah,
intro
until the sex scene happened. Like, whoa! This is
yeah, that was pretty.
Where the
early in
school
movie.
teacher fucks his mom.
Yeah, I was like, whoa! I didn't think this was allowed back in those kind of days, but
What do
goddamn,
you mean? Sex is currency, basically.
I guess so.
They had like prostitution parlors in like Western times.
Yeah,
It's always been a thing.
the movie starts off.
Yeah, but isn't that like early 1800s? Not this is like 19. well,
Yeah,
1956.
it stays sexual favors as a
What do
form of.
you guys
know.
think of Forrest Gump having leg braces?
Madness said,
I didn't know.
"What is up?"
It
What's
was,
up, madness?
yeah,
Well, he said, "Yo," but I said,
he
"What
said
up?"
my back's twisted like a question mark, and that made me laugh.
Yeah, he's got a lot of comedic.
Wait,
Was it scoliosis or something? I thought he had polio for a second.
He would have needed one of those big tube things.
Wait, what's the scene where the meme comes from when he's running?
Which one?
I thought-
Run, Forrest, run.
No, because I
As a
thought.
kid,
Yeah, you guys said he's like a robot looking like when he runs, or he runs weird or something like that. I didn't see it. I didn't feel like I seen it.
it was a little silly, when so you brought up Jenny, right?
Yeah.
Did they become friends yet?
Yeah,
they're
they met on the
friends.
bus.
This is
They're
when
friends now.
Yeah.
Well, like the next scene after they're friends or whatever, like some bullies try to chase after him in bikes,
Mhm.
Bro's the Flash.
and then
Yeah, I know, right? He's like,
he
"Whoa."
runs so fast that he breaks out of his braces, and it's a little
Childish.
You gotta suspend your
it's a little
belief.
superpower esque.
You really got to
Suspend your belief, yeah.
because
Yeah, I mean he goes, he does a
about
lot
to
of
get
shit.
hit, right? He's about to get hit. They cut away and they cut back, and he's like,
Yeah, he's a
10
billion
feet-
miles away.
He's like 10 feet ahead. We're like, what happened?
Just
See,
teleported, bro.
see, in the bike scene, it almost makes sense to me. But when they chasing him with the,
In the car, yeah.
they're like right there. Look how far away. Like they're right at his ass, and then they pan away to him, and then they pan back to looking by, and he's like 40 feet away. How did he get that far ahead? Then he outruns them.
And
like,
he's running in khaki
Yeah.
khaki pants.
Mad.
that made no sense. Like the very first time they introduced
I
that,
will say they
it
did a
was
really
funny.
good job at the setting. I like
You do
the
be-
I
Alabama
love the
summertime.
Alabama setting.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Alabama summertime feels so like, I don't know, relaxing in a way.
It's kind of like slice of life, except there's the bullying and the adversities that he has to go through.
Yeah. I guess if you were a white man, you'd be fine.
But if he was like in a
Regular
cramped like New York apartment and he had to go through these things, it wouldn't.
feel as comforting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Big facts. Big facts.
Okay, so moving on.
He was like
so
zoom zoom.
this review is gonna kind of encompass a lot since there's so many scenes of so many different things.
Like, are you gonna do all like the important events that happen?
Yeah,
in
pretty
the
much.
movie?
Big ass movie.
Yeah. So while running from several bullies, which we were talking about, his leg
At
braces
this
break
point.
off, revealing that he's a very fast runner. The talent eventually allows him to receive a football scholarship at the University of Alabama in 1963 and named on the All-American team and meets President JFK at the White House. So what do you guys think of the football scenes and then meeting President?
It's also crazy that the Jenny just has her catchphrase "Run Forrest Run,"
Run,
just
Forrest,
like Run Barry Run in the Flash show.
I think that's where they got it from.
Well, no, isn't this movie's older than that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think that's
Bro
where they got
is,
it from.
like I said,
the
bro
Flash.
is the Flash.
But in the comics, I think that's also his catchphrase that people
Run,
yell at
Barry,
him.
run.
And like when they I remember just seeing that video that Eddie sent, and like the person
He
they
meets
did a
JFK, right?
compilation of every time people say that catchphrase,
It's like a standard. In
and
each episode.
this just gave me like a war flashback to that compilation of.
Really?
What do you
Yeah.
guys think of this scene where he meets JFK?
It was pretty funny.
gotta
It
be-
was really well done. How
yeah,
like
it looks so
he
realistic.
was like, this man needs to pee or something.
Needs to go pee.
I'm like, damn, bro, like, was this actually shot back then? 'Cause, like, JFK's, like, fake voice or whatever, it was pretty spot on.
But he didn't want any
In
of the.
prison.
He's like, I don't want none of the fancy food, but all the drinks you can drink.
I drank 15 Dr. Pepper. That was pretty good.
I was like, that
It was
the
very
only thing
endearing.
You drank, bro? What?
So after graduating college in 1967, Forrest enlists into the U.S. Army. During basic training, he befriends a fellow soldier named Bubba, who convinces Forrest to go into the shrimping business with him after their service. So what do you guys think of them in boot camp?
Bro, I swear that man, like, de-aged, like, 20 years from on the bus to in boot
I'm
camp.
telling
Which
you, he
character?
Forrest.
Like that dude looked like he was 35 on the bus, and then once they got off the bus, he looked like he was 25.
I'm telling you, bro. They like did so well with the aging.
No,
in
but
it,
that wasn't on purpose. He just looked younger. I think he just had a haircut,
What
like
do
a
you
buzz
guys-
cut or something.
Yeah, he had the shave.
I don't
What
believe
do you
it.
guys think of them in boot camp, though?
Bro,
Him meeting
so the
Bubba.
one thing I don't believe is the fact he graduated college.
Oh, really?
I don't believe
Well,
that.
because he had
the
the
football scholarship.
football scholarship.
Yeah, but they said he graduated. What did he graduate with?
Maybe an
Oh.
associates.
Like the basics
The
of
gen
basic.
eds, yeah.
Probably, yeah.
But like,
Maybe
I
his
just
mom
question-
slept with the university
yeah,
principal.
because he's. But remember, he has an
That's a
IQ of
common
75. So that's what I'm thinking.
He's a
like,
goddamn genius, though. The drill sergeant told him.
he's a goddamn genius.
I love that drill sergeant. He was hyping him up a lot.
And then Forrest is like,
Genius.
I'm a genius.
I'd send you to OCS if you were such a waste of talent.
And then the gun build and rebuild scene.
Oh, yeah,
That-
he
that-
did that.
yeah.
So
Hella
the whole,
fast.
the whole thing
It's
with
very
them
nice
together.
that like he
Has talents.
he's very
Shrimp stew, shrimp soup.
he's very
shrimp-
efficient when people just give him orders.
Fried shrimp.
He's
Shrimp
very
rice.
obedient. What do you guys think of Bubba, though?
Bubba was great. I loved him.
He was he's an okay character.
I like Bubba.
I like Bubba a lot more than
It
Lieutenant
gives-
Dan.
Yeah, I think I agree with that.
He seemed a little one note since all his big gimmick was just the
shrimp.
shrimp stuff.
The crawdad.
I don't remember many other scenes.
He was there just to I don't know.
Just
Be a friend to Forrest.
yeah, that's it. It's like to help him start. He was there to set up
The next chapter.
the next chapter in Forrest's life with the shrimp stuff.
So later that year, they are sent to Vietnam under Lieutenant Dan Taylor. After months of routine operations, their platoon is ambushed while on patrol, and Bubba is killed in action. Forrest
sad boy
saves several wounded platoon men, including Lieutenant Dan, who loses both his legs. He then turns bitter towards Forrest, as he had wished he had died in combat like his ancestors before him, and is sent home. Forrest is awarded the Medal of Honor for his heroism by President Lyndon B. Johnson.
You know what I found funny is when they first get to the Vietnam, I thought Forrest and Bubba were both gonna look over the stall and just like, "What you saying, Commander?" That's what I was thinking the whole time.
I love that they keep putting those same 2-3 songs that they always do for Vietnam.
Yeah.
Da-da, stutter.
I genuinely love those songs whenever they come on.
It ain't me.
And like it's a fucked up war. Like it was a bad war to get into,
Yep.
but damn, were their outfits slick.
Oh my god, when he goes checks out the hole, and he's like,
I
go check
was-
the hole for
I
everyone.
was taken aback because up to this point, the violence hadn't been to this extreme. Just when like the guy next to him got shot through the throat, I was like, "Holy shit!"
Oh, yeah. But
I
like,
didn't expect it, right?
Yeah,
I wasn't ready
what
for
the
that
fuck?
either. I was not. I didn't think they would go that deep.
And then when he's crawling through the holes, like right there, that's very dangerous because that's where the Viet Cong would hide out, and they would have a lot of like booby traps in there of like spikes and shit.
That's why
I'm
they
surprised they
make
didn't
them
have
go
the ones where they like pop out of the grass, like
Yeah,
the
the spike.
holes,
I was surprised.
or
they
the
made,
holes with the fucking.
Feces on them and the sticks.
I
Yeah.
was surprised they made Gum go in that hole. I thought they would have made Bubba go first. Because since Gum's the main character,
Yeah.
he had plot armor, so I was like, oh, they're probably throw.
That's why they made them.
I mean, they did throw a grenade in there, so it was like 80% chance that it was clear.
And then the whole fight scene happens, and everyone starts dying. It was like, holy shit, man! That's
Yeah, dude.
It was all quiet.
ambushed the
It
shit
was
out
like
of
all quiet for 5 minutes. They're just walking.
They're in the
through.
trees.
And then it's like it's raining, and then it went to the
Oh yeah,
the
they didn't
side
stop raining for
rain.
3 months.
It's sad rain, hardcore rain. He describes all the types of rains that was over there.
And then he writes to Jen,
Oh, every
On-
day. Yeah.
Jenny.
Every
who
single
doesn't,
day.
who isn't reciprocating by writing back.
That's so
this
sad.
is when they
And I was like, bro, why the fuck
they
aren't you writing back?
quickly pivoted to the next scene where Jenny was getting out of the hippie van.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a sec. What do you guys think about when he met, or what do you guys think when he lost Bubba and saved the rest of the platoon?
That
It was
sad boy
pretty
hours.
sad.
Yeah, that was the saddest moment in the whole movie to me.
But it did seem like it was, like
I felt
he.
nothing.
I
Really?
knew he
Yeah.
was gonna die as soon as he was like talking about
Oh, the
just the
crawfish.
shrimp
Honest-
business at all. I was like, oh yeah, you're dead.
He was
Time I
just
said she cries every time.
he was just a one-note character for you, wasn't he?
I loved them though. Like I liked Bubba.
Honestly,
I just wish he had more to him.
The reason why I felt nothing was because
You're a bitch.
yes, but
Okay, Lieutenant Dan, calm down.
my memory from this movie was I thought he survives until the shrimp business, but I guess I was wrong there, obviously. But I still like oh, sad. Okay, moving on.
Or where he shows his butt to the president. What do you guys think of that?
Oh
I
my
thought
god,
that
that
was
was
funny.
funny. He's like, the president's like, I want to see that wound. And he's like, he looks at him with a very intense face, like, are you serious?
I thought he was offended at first.
I know.
No,
I
he
know,
looked
same.
down. He's like,
I thought the president was giving him the fuck eyes. Which president was it?
Lyndon B. Johnson. He was a
Lyndon
weird
Johnson.
guy.
And then, but he's like, okay, I guess you want to see it. He pulls out his drawers. He's like, God damn it, I didn't mean literally.
I don't know how true this is, but I remember reading that Lyndon B. Johnson would show his hog to other guys in the bathroom
Right there,
because
there
he
it
was
is.
showing off how big it was. He's
That's
like,
funny.
ain't this a big, ain't this a big
Bro, I
hog?
just slapped that shit.
Bro, you're bringing in the hog terminology from the H3 podcast. I think it's funny.
His pee-pee.
Nah, hog is funnier.
God, that's.
All right, so becoming a ping pong master at the anti-war. Mark, Forrest, and Mark.
Bro,
It's a gift.
before that, when he goes into the hospital, like he has cheeks, bro.
Bro, dummy thick.
He been at cheeks with his khakis and
Big,
stuff,
yeah,
dude.
no, what are you talking about?
I'm like, all that running must have gotten him like massive cake.
So when you guys said something,
Bro, you're an All-American
cake,
for God's
bro.
sake.
yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't want to say
he
anything.
had a
So when
dump
you
truck
guys
back
brought
there,
it up,
bro.
It was all like, I'm gonna keep my thoughts to myself.
Bro, that's why Jenny
Like,
fell
bro
for him. He's
was
like, damn,
like,
you got a
caked
nice
up for
cake,
days.
bro.
No one here knows that I think that Tom Hanks has a thick ass.
Ooh, he did more ass shots.
And then him with the ice cream, it seemed very homoerotic. Like he's like, Lieutenant Dan, I brought you ice cream, while he's basically almost like kicking his legs up.
I just think it's him like childish.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah.
And then Lieutenant Dan just
I
grabs
like
the
how
ice
there's
cream
a
from the
gift
top.
for every part of the
Don't
movie
say
so far.
it.
And the urine pan, too. He's like, I'm not eating this shit. Fuck you. Gum.
Like he should have just said no, and then he could have ate it.
I know, don't just be rude as fuck and just
So
throw it
weird.
into a urine pan. It's just all ass, just like,
So at the anti-war march, Forrest meets Abby Hoffman and briefly reunites with Jenny, who has become a drug-addicted hippie and anti-war activist. So what do you guys think of that scene where he's marching through the Freedom March or the anti-war march?
I have no opinion in that scene.
I really don't have much to say about that scene.
Yeah, it was a pretty short scene.
Yeah, it was alright.
I didn't feel
I
that
feel like
impactful to me.
what were they trying to bring out of the
It
viewers
sucks.
in this scene though?
It sucks that they
It
didn't.
was a big event in
That
history.
they did the
Well, yes.
they
Wasn't it
unplugged his mic.
Wasn't it to cancel the war in
Yeah,
Vietnam?
yeah,
That
they
was a
were
big
they were
fact.
trying to cancel the war in Vietnam and then
Bring the boys home.
What were they gonna do to cancel the war? Like, what was
they
that
were
protest gonna do?
protesting.
Yeah,
Well,
that
there's
was-
not much else you can do
Yeah, they're just trying
other
to
than
like,
protest. What
January
are they gonna
6th,
do?
bro.
Storm the Capitol?
Yeah,
that would never
January
happen.
6th.
That would never happen, bro.
That'd be the most.
Especially with Lyndon B. Johnson, he would just show his hog and then they get scared.
They'd be like, "It's too big."
It's too big with me. I'm out of here.
So he also developed a talent for ping pong and becomes a sports celebrity as he competes against Chinese teams in ping pong diplomacy, earning him an interview alongside John Lennon on the Dick Cavett show, influencing the song Imagine.
I think that was the
side quest from there on.
Yeah,
I think that was probably the worst one in terms of how they
content?
in terms of how they handled the insert. Like John Lennon, like his the way he was talking to the talk host, it wasn't syncing up to his mouth.
It was still so funny though. It's like
And it-
no religion too. That's hard to imagine. It isn't if you try.
Yeah, and it didn't seem like Tom Hanks was in the room with them.
I see what you're talking about. It does look really fake. I do love John Lennon though, so it was a good scene.
God, he looks so fly in that outfit.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
John
This scene
Lennon?
right here.
Yeah, but I don't know the impact of the scene.
That's he wrote a very famous song called Imagine.
The
And they-
COVID song.
Yeah, and basically, they're saying that that Forrest inspired the song because he
Imagine all the people.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Now I understand it. Okay.
just like he inspired Elvis to do his dance.
That's hilarious.
So
I don't know.
he spends the 1972 New Year's Eve in New York City with Lieutenant Dan, who has become an alcoholic, embittered about his disability and the government's apathy towards Vietnam vets. Forrest's ping pong success eventually leads to meeting with President Richard Nixon, whose administration gets him a room at the Watergate complex where he unknowingly exposes the Watergate
So
scandal.
stupid.
Wait, what?
He's like, oh, the
He-
lights are bothering me.
He caused the Watergate scandal.
Yeah.
So the historical context is Nixon was spying against his opponents for the presidency, and that's why those people were in the hotel room with flashlights and stuff because they were trying to spy on the opponent's team, and
Trying to
which is
dig up-
illegal.
Yeah.
So that's why when Forrest made a call, like, "Yo, they're bothering me. They're making too much noise." Blah blah
The
blah.
lights are.
He basically caused Watergate, is what the movie's saying.
Oh.
So he's
There's
the
so
one who
many
has.
there's so many historic facts
Yeah,
in this
he's
movie
the one who
that
had
if you don't
Nixon
know it,
resign.
It literally panned to a cup that said Watergate Hotel.
Yeah, and then it's followed by the scene effective noon today.
And that's how we got all the blank gates of the now, like Gamergate and the other ones.
That's fucking crazy.
That's
Tell you,
So what do you guys think of him being a ping pong champ, though?
I thought that was
It
dumb.
was- I liked it.
Time later said that she thinks the ping pong arc was a little unnecessary.
Yeah,
It
Honestly,
was more filler,
I think
yeah.
it was definitely filler. Yeah. I don't know what it set up. I think it might have just.
It just set up his paycheck, really. The
Yeah.
big paycheck he got.
Mhm.
Like I said, I thought the whole ping pong thing was dumb. But then again, there's that whole run scene as well. That
Yeah, I
wasn't
wish they had
needed
done
either.
more with him being in China, because maybe he could have met President Mao or Leader Mao.
Oh, that would have been lit.
That would've been
Yeah.
awesome.
But like, you're
They
the
could
first
have definitely
American.
played
But
more of a role. Into
They
that,
probably
but-
didn't want to do that,
The
because
runtime
China
would've-
probably would have gotten upset.
and the runtime would have gone
Yeah.
past 3 hours probably.
It's already past 3 hours. Like 3 hours and 3
No, it's
minutes.
not. It's like 2 hours and something.
Yeah, but
The other movie's 3 hours and 6
Yeah.
minutes.
and it feels shorter than that, honestly.
What, the Green Mile?
I felt that one a bit more.
Yeah. So up next we have discharge from the Army. Forrest Gump returns to Alabama and endorses a company that makes the ping pong paddles. He uses the money to buy a shrimping boat to fulfill his promise to Bubba. Lieutenant Dan joins Forrest in 1974. After their boat becomes the only one to survive Hurricane Carmen, They pull in huge amounts of shrimp and create the Bubba Gump Shrimp Company, after which Lieutenant Dan finally thanks Forrest for saving his life. Lieutenant Dan invests into what Forrest thinks is some kind of fruit company, and the two become millionaires. But Forrest also gives half of his earnings to Bubba's family.
Isn't it multimillionaires? That's what he said.
Yeah.
I just remember him saying we don't have to worry about money anymore. And he's like, oh, okay, good.
That's all he said. Yeah.
That's all I need to do. Forrest then returns home to take care of his mother, who has developed cancer. So what do you guys think of all these scenes where basically the shrimping business? What do you guys think of the shrimping business scenes?
That was very impactful.
Obviously, yeah, I liked it. Him like going to Bubba's family just to like pay his respects.
It was nice of him to do that, yeah. So he really held that friendship in high regard. So that's nice of him to pay it back. Yeah.
I love the scenes where they're on the boat though too.
I was so nervous when Lieutenant Dan first showed up.
And because he was gonna crash the fucking.
Yeah, the whole time I was just thinking, what the fuck's happening with the boat?
He was like, oh, he's already gonna lose his investment.
And how did it go the other way?
One way,
like it was going this way.
Well, maybe
it turned back around. Yeah,
if the winds pushed it in a certain way.
But it was an electric motor though. I thought.
I was just thinking about that the whole time. I could barely focus on the conversation.
Yeah, same. I was like, I also thought like, oh, maybe the black guy that was with him was like probably would take over if he noticed.
There was another guy.
There was no other guy.
The first guy that showed up on the dock that was telling him, "You're not gonna get much shrimp."
Oh,
no, but I thought he wasn't with them anymore.
I thought maybe he was with them.
I think it's funny how they got their success though in the shrimping business
after the hurricane.
Yeah, that was
every other boat.
There's a very powerful scene with Lieutenant Dan going a little nuts.
I thought he killed himself for a second there.
Me too.
He was just trying to defy God. Yeah.
And it was very, I felt very happy for him being so happy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that it turned around for him because since he let Lieutenant Dan join in on the shrimp business, it turned around for him.
Well, Lieutenant Dan also said it too. He's like, if you get a shrimp boat, I'll be your first mate.
And earlier, like when they're in New York for New Year's,
talking about the prostitute scene.
Yeah, it was touching. It was touching how he
defended Gump.
He was defending Gump. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's because he was also being called,
crippled.
Different, yeah. Being called different during that time frame, wasn't that like the norm too? Like to be called different and other people like that would stick with each other?
Well, yes, because there was no like activist against that kind of stuff,
There's no censorship for that.
Yeah, none of that, yeah. So of course they didn't have the filter anymore. You weren't gonna get canceled back then for saying something like that.
Yeah, how unfortunate.
And then, yeah.
Were you guys impacted by Forrest's mom's death?
No, not really.
No.
I mean, just whenever he talks about like
it was
phrases that like Mama always says, and then so and so.
You can see
whenever he brings up those little snippets, it's a lot more impactful than the actual death itself.
Mm-hmm.
Just the memory of what he learned from his mom is pretty impactful.
Yes,
yeah, that's a big.
That's the only part. But overall, story wise, I feel like she didn't have much of an impact on the viewers because she was hardly in it.
I mean, eventually she had to die, and like it was good to see how Forrest would have to deal with it, considering she's his only familial tie.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't he spend most of the rest of his time just cutting grass?
Yeah. Well, he retired as a millionaire, so he's just like, I'll cut grass for free.
He's like, I'll just cut grass. I don't care.
In 1976, Jenny, in the midst of recovering from years of drug and abuse, returns to visit Forrest, and after a while, he proposes to her. That night, she tells Forrest she loves him, and the two make love, but she leaves the next morning. Heartbroken, Forrest goes running for no particular reason and spends the next 3 years becoming famous again before returning to Greenbow. In 1981,
I just felt like running.
So, yeah, what do you guys actually, before I go into the next one, what do you guys think of these scenes where he meets again with Jenny and then becomes a runner?
Again, I don't like Jenny anyway.
That's such a bullcrap scene.
I was just felt like, why are you coming here? You don't deserve him.
Like I said, she belongs to the streets.
Overall,
not that exactly, because I mean, every man she's been with has been extremely abusive.
I get that, but still, these were also her decisions.
Yeah, that's big facts. So she could have just started working acting like a grown adult, like you should have. But
Forrest
she was just
Gump
like,
gave her plenty of chances, plenty of them, and he still gave her chances. Like,
Well,
he never gave
she
up on her.
thought of herself as, you know, like lesser than him because he has his act together
I
compared
get
to
that
her.
it's more of a
Barely,
mental
in my
thing at this
opinion.
point for her, but she should have taken the chances that Forrest gave her. Like,
I just felt really bad for Forrest when he got rejected.
oh yeah, that was the only time I felt bad, and that's what made me hate Jenny even more. I was like, you know what? You can go live on the streets.
He's like,
bro.
I know
care
what
too."
love is. I might be stupid, but I know what love is.
I know, big facts. Respect for you, Gum. Respect. And then the whole run scene was just, that was literally, like I said, a waste of time as well.
Yeah, that wasn't necessary. I mean, there was the funny joke where he inspired the smiley face guy.
I don't even know what that.
I can't believe he made.
I don't know what that trend was.
With this.
You don't
Smiley
remember
face?
it?
No.
When the guy gave him the yellow shirt to wipe his face off.
Yeah, but
That's just
I
the-
don't know what trend came from
I
that.
think that's like basically the birth of
the
emojis.
smiley face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Emojis specifically.
No, not
Holy.
emoji, just the
Oh.
smiley
Because that
face,
was,
you know.
I don't think there was a face
It was
with
such a
a,
bullcrap
because
one though.
I don't think there was a face with just like a smiley face on it before that.
I thought
so.
it was just for something related to weed at that point in time.
No.
Well, I
Basically,
mean-
they're saying
Nirvana.
Like, oh, this guy created
that's what I
all
was
these
thinking, too.
popular things.
He created Nirvana.
Okay, so in
What about the bumper sticker one?
oh yeah, shit happens.
That was a funny one.
When they get it, it's like the guy's like,
I was
need a bumper
like,
sticker
oh, that
one,
must be an
dude.
old trend because it,
And then they have
it
a
doesn't
bumper-
hit.
And then it's just like the accident right there, and just shit happens.
Shit happens, bro. In 1981, Forrest reveals that he is waiting at the bus stop because he received a letter from Jenny, who asked him to visit her. So this is where the movie picks up from the beginning. Forrest is finally reunited with Jenny, who introduces him to their son, Forrest Gump Jr. What do you guys think of this scene?
I
With
still don't
Forrest
like it.
You still don't like
I told
it?
you, I don't like Jenny. I don't care for it. They would,
Yeah.
If they would have stopped right there, I'm like, oh man, that's good. end
I
of the
didn't
movie.
like Jenny at all in these.
But
So
what-
honestly, any
yeah,
scene that she
Jen-
showed up in.
Jenny tells Forrest she is sick with an unknown virus, and
Yeah,
the
it
three
is.
move back to Greenboro.
Like I said, I half like her, half don't like her.
I think the unknown virus, I don't know, but I read it was AIDS.
I
That's,
think, I'm
I think
assuming
that's what it was
AIDS,
too.
yeah.
But
Because she was
still,
sleeping around with a lot of
I know.
people, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't like it.
I didn't like her character.
That means Gums has AIDS as well.
Well, it depends if it was before or after they
yeah.
had their kid.
No, because
Can
I
you
think
contract AIDS from like a dirty needle?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's blood, and I think it's any kind of liquid.
Yeah, it could be drug abuse too. Because she was preggers.
Oh, that's right.
yeah.
Yeah, could have either been that, or she could have just had sex before she knew she was pregnant too.
I
It depends.
didn't like it. Like I said, Jen,
But
I
whatever
just
it
don't
was,
like
yeah.
Jenny at all. So any scene that she's in, I was like, can we just like stop?
Yeah, can we just
going
cut her
with
out,
this?
please?
Yeah.
The fact there's a love interest in this movie and it was her, I was like, I don't like it.
Jenny and Forrest finally marry, but she dies a year later. The film ends with Forrest seeing his son off on his first
That
day
was
of
beautiful.
school.
That was,
That was a good
beautiful.
scene.
Yeah, that was the end.
I
I
didn't
love
like
that.
the bus driver though. The bus driver was creepy as fuck.
Creepier than the first time when Forrest got on the thing. But she was
no.
smoking a cigarette,
Oh,
just
wait,
like,
it was the same lady.
Yeah, it's the same lady.
She's just older at the end of the movie.
and she just cuts out smoking because it's against the policy at that point. I thought it was funny. It's just like the beginning of when Forrest Gump gets on the bus and his kid does the same thing.
He was
Yeah.
about to say, "Don't talk to strangers," but
Yeah.
then she was like, "Oh, you're so and so."
Yeah, and then the other kid's like, she's like, this is bus to school. She's like, yes, I know. You showed that basically Forrest Gump Jr. is different.
I was happy.
Oh yeah, you're
IQ.
right. She ate it like milk.
Well, obviously they put the
They aged
makeup
her
on
like
her.
milk. I know, but they aged her up like milk.
Well, I mean, it's been a hell of a
But
long
look at no, but
time.
if you look up from the beginning until like then, like Forrest does not look like he aged at all. Like he
No.
does not look older towards the end. I'm telling you, Jesus, not one bit. Doesn't look like he's over 30 for sure to me.
Yeah,
He's a
he
young
looks like
man.
he's 44.
No, he does not.
Yes, he does.
No,
So-
he does not.
What are you guys' final ratings for Forrest Gump?
I'll
Still
give it an
an 8.5.
8.5. I'll move up by
8.5.
5.
Yeah, 8.5.
8.5. All right, let's look at some IMDb audience members. This one gave it a 10 out of 10. Forrest Gump is one of the best movies of all time, guaranteed. I really just love the movie, and it's such a special place in my heart. The performances are
The
just
South
so
Park
unforgettable and never get out of your head. The characters, the actors turned into them, and that's what got me. The lines are so memorable, touching, and sometimes hilarious.
It's still so crazy that his name derives from the fucking Ku Klux Klan leader.
All right. His
I didn't know
ancestors
that.
were
Oh,
the leaders of the
yeah.
Ku Klux
Oh, no.
Klan.
That's what they said in the beginning, right?
Just to like remind him that people can
Change.
do shit that's bad.
Mm-hmm. They,
And I forget what the line was.
but yeah, they also come from Alabama, so it kind
Yeah.
of made sense.
That's funny.
Because
when
you
he's
could
shooting
see
in
the
urinal
truck that the
pad.
bullies had a Confederate flag on it.
Yeah, I saw that.
This one gave it a 1 out of 10. Did I see the same movie as the rest of the world? I thought the movie was lousy and couldn't have been less interested. Well, this Metacritic reviewer gave it a 90 out of 100. Manages the difficult feat of being intimate, even delicate tale played with appealing light touch against an epic backdrop. Well, this one gave it a 50 out of 100. It's, no, skip that one. Rotten Tomato audience member gave it a 5 out of 5. I think this is the first Tom Hanks film that made me cry. Beautiful film. It deserves to be a masterpiece movie for sure. What do you, did it make you guys cry?
no.
I teared up at the grave scene.
What makes
What
the
scene?
person
The
tear up
Jenny?
in this
The
movie?
Jenny scene, yeah.
No, I was happy she was in there.
I don't
think-
see what in this movie can make a person cry.
I would have cried.
There's a
I would
scene
have cried at the bubble scene.
The
If-
Bubba.
yeah, if they would've
Or
dragged it
the
out. That
scene
was
where
pretty
Lieutenant
sad.
Dan wants to kill himself.
Who?
Lieutenant Dan.
Or he's
Oh,
super
yeah.
depressed.
It
And
is sad. It's not worthy of tears.
I would have cried at those two scenes.
or
but-
you're just a monster in general, so like you don't
Maybe.
you don't care
Maybe.
for much.
I might be a bit emotionless.
So check out our previous podcast. If you've enjoyed this one so far, we upload new episodes weekly. Also check out our Patreon. Any help is greatly appreciated. Do you guys want to take an intermission?
I'm fine with whatever, bro.
We can keep
Up
going.
to you.
Okay, we can keep going. So, spoiler-free review of The Green Mile. The Green Mile released December 10 of 1999, starring Tom Hanks and Michael Clark Duncan, directed by Frank Darabont, rated R. Plot summary. The lives of guards on death row are affected by one of their charges. A black man accused of child murder in our word, yet who has a mysterious gift. What are your guys' overall thoughts without getting into spoilers?
R.I.P. to Michael. He died in 2012.
Aw.
That's
The
the,
actor.
that's the black guy, right?
Yeah, the actor.
Mhm.
Dang. No wonder I haven't seen him in any other
He
movies.
played in the.
He played so well in this movie.
He also played in.
He was
the
Kingpin in
movie.
Daredevil. Yeah,
Oh, really?
Yeah, in the.
the first
that one.
Daredevil, the shitty one in 2002.
Yeah,
The Ben
with,
Affleck one.
With
Dang.
Ben Affleck.
I think he was the best part of that movie, if I remember right.
He was.
I think I've seen
he
that
was a
movie
good
actually.
Kingpin. He was a
I
good
think I actually
Kingpin.
seen that movie. I just don't remember it too well.
So, what are you guys' overall thoughts without
Oh,
spoilers?
once again, another Southern film
Yeah.
where
There's a
Tom
lot,
Hanks has to do
actually.
a Southern accent.
He
I
does
think
it so well though.
his Southern accent in Forrest Gump, I thought it was more endearing. This one seemed a little lighter,
Mm.
like he was still working on it, because there's some points where he like
But
slips
this
into.
came after.
No, this was 1999.
Forrest Gump was
Yeah.
1994.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Maybe
Well,
it's just the
still,
character thing.
it's a little lighter, so like he like hiccups it back into
Yeah,
just his
yeah.
regular voice.
Mhm.
I think it's because he was more comfortable with it, so he wasn't going over the top with it.
Yeah, the actors, fantastic job. The sets were
There wasn't too much.
yeah,
for set
but
work 'cause there wasn't too many locations.
considering there aren't too many locations, it kept me entertained throughout.
Yeah,
Especially considering the fucking runtime is 3 hours.
I would
minutes.
agree.
Very
I agree with you.
endearing.
But before then, my thoughts before going into the movie were, I had a terrible memory of the movie, so
Do you enjoy it now?
yes, a lot more. Yeah,
That's my thought too, because I seen this movie when I was younger, so I was just like, I don't
I'm-
remember it too well. I just thought it was good.
I'm
back
glad
then,
that
too.
this movie doesn't. It like humanizes for the most part these criminals.
I
Mhm.
didn't expect it to take the turn that it did. Honestly,
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah,
These are good points.
I don't know if it's insensitive or not. But I don't want to say it till we get to it.
Okay.
But
Okay. Yeah, my only issue with it is the runtime. I understand it's adapted from a Stephen King book.
it's a.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the
It,
beginning,
literally at the beginning of the credits, it
I
says
didn't
like
pay attention to the credits. I was still streaming when I started the movie.
but
So if you
sometimes,
scroll down, I thought I seen the book.
sometimes, especially at the beginning, it felt a little slow.
But as soon as I saw that it was based on Stephen King's work, I'm like, oh, that makes
Oh, yeah,
sense.
you're right.
Yeah.
It's the mouse on the mouse? Oh, no.
There's a few things I don't fully understand, and it's mainly to do with the powers, but I guess I had to read the book.
Well, that explains why it took the turn that it did.
Yeah.
Are they gonna? I don't know. Like, I don't want to spoil too much, but like, I wonder if this is related to the turtle god. You know,
from It?
Yeah, the turtle god in this universe, because like apparently a bunch of Stephen King's books are related.
Yeah,
in some way.
they reference. The books reference each other.
Was this story in fucking Maine again?
No, it's in the South. You were saying they had Southern accents.
Yeah.
I think it's Alabama again.
Yep. Again, yeah.
Because of course Stephen King loves Maine for some fucking
because he
reason.
lived there, I think.
So many stories.
A few things I don't understand. Oh yeah, I already said that. It's mainly the powers, but I guess I have to read the book for that.
Yeah, Time Later said that book definitely goes into a lot more detail.
Okay.
It was very jarring. Like it
I wonder how big this book
extremely
is.
so.
Overall, a very enjoyable film. Just a few dull moments, mainly at the beginning, but otherwise amazing. What do you guys rate out of 10?
8.5 again. For me.
I'll start with an 8.5.
8.5 also. Yeah.
Okay, I got 8, but maybe I'll bump it up. The critics from Metascore gave it a 61 out of 100. Rotten Tomatoes tomato meter 79%. Audience is an IMDb 8.6 out of 10, and Rotten Tomato audience 94%. So the average Wally score is an 80%. And before we jump into the spoiler-free review, like, comment, subscribe, and also check out our podcast on most of the podcast platforms. So now it's time for an in-depth review of The Green Mile, starting
Who's
with
in My Cement? Whoever this guy is.
starting with meeting John.
Gary Sinise. Yeah, that's that guy.
The guy who played Percy looks like they kept him inside that solitary confinement up to this day.
So at Louisiana assisted living home, elderly retiree Paul Edgecombe becomes emotional while viewing the film Top Hat. His companion, Elaine, becomes concerned, and Paul explains to her that the film reminded him of events that he witnessed when he was an officer at Cold Mountain Penitentiary's death row, nicknamed the Green Mile. In 1935, Paul is introduced to John Coffey, a physically imposing but mild-mannered African-American man sentenced to death after being convicted of R-wording and murdering 2 young white girls. He joins 2 other condemned convicts on the block. Percy, the nephew of the state's governor's wife, demonstrates sadistic streak but flaunts his family's connections to avoid being held accountable. He is particularly abusive towards Dell, breaking his fingers. So what do you guys think of these first few scenes of meeting John and Percy?
John Coffey's personality and demeanor, he kind of reminded me of Lenny from Of Mice and Men.
Oh, I
yeah.
see it.
I see.
I never seen this, so I don't know.
I want to rewatch that film because of
Wait,
it.
you
And
never
fucking
seen
Gary
it?
Sinise
Of Mice and Men, yeah, I never
is
saw
the second guy.
It's George, right?
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? He's in this movie that kind of reminds me of.
George and Lenny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And he does a fantastic job. I felt immediately sympathetic to him just with the the lights and.
I think they did a really good job in the special effects too, of making him look so huge. Unless he actually is that
he
big.
is actually
He's
that
6.
He
He,
is-
was 6'5".
Yeah,
Since he's dead
Yeah.
now.
I didn't know he was that
know
huge. I
when-
thought that was special effects.
Nah, he was huge.
I don't know if they intentionally made the prison that he was at small.
That probably was also an effect. They probably made it smaller so it makes him look even bigger.
Yeah, because he was so mad.
He
Like,
looks, he
There's
looks
some scenes where like
triple the size.
where his face is like shadowed while he's in the just standing up in the cell, and it looks intimidating. It's a very
that
they're
was
very cool
probably what
shots.
they were going for. Yeah.
well, you know what's funny to me is like when they show those shots, like you're saying when he's in a cell. Well, why were they so dark? But he's afraid of the dark.
Oh, right there. It's right next to the blue one.
What'd you say?
The blue picture.
No,
Yeah,
how
right
do you-
next to
Like,
it.
like his presence, like his actual cell was so much darker, and he's like, I don't like the dark. But then he's just like, his cell was so pitch dark that when they show those shots where.
Oh well, I
so much
think
darker.
I think he
The
was
hallway
okay
lights on.
because the hallway lights, the corridor lights.
He
were
just needs some
fine.
kind of nightlight.
Mhm.
What do you guys think of Percy, though?
I immediately hated him.
Dude looks like a rat.
He is not a short king. I do not associate with this
No,
man.
He looks like a rat.
Percy.
Like I said, Percy look like even the actor now. Like this movie made me hate even the actor.
Well, I think that's a good part of the actor. He makes you hate the character.
Yes, that's good.
I wanted to
as
fight
an
him.
actor, he's doing great because of that. But I don't like the actor now because of that role.
I was glad what happens to him at the end.
I'm glad.
I'll say it like that.
I'm glad he gets what he deserves.
He gets his comeuppance multiple times.
Yes, I'm glad.
You get all the. I wonder, because doesn't the.
He's literally like one of those 5-year-olds that just like
Who's a grown
He
adult?
doesn't-
bitching and moaning
Yeah.
about.
He's like,
stuff.
my parents are rich.
Halfway through the movie, doesn't he touch, the main actor, that guy right there? Doesn't he?
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we're not there yet.
Yeah,
No,
okay.
I don't remember. I was just asking as a question. I don't remember.
No, it was a prisoner.
No, I know he touches the other guy, but doesn't the.
I don't know what scene you're talking about.
We'll get to it. We'll get to it. So,
A little too far ahead. I guess.
yeah.
Yeah, bro.
So there's a lot, like before, there's a lot of scenes to cover. So I'm just gonna get the general main ideas. So all right, let's get started. After John heals Paul's severe bladder infection, which I'm assuming what you're talking about
No,
by touching him,
Not,
okay, and later resurrects Mr. Jingles, Paul gradually realizes that John possesses a supernatural ability to heal others. So the Mr. Jingles comes
Damn,
way
bro,
later.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
like time
oh,
traveled.
way into the movie.
Oh, okay, hold on. Before you guys get upset with me, just know I'm the one who has to write this. And I do use Wikipedia a lot. This is a 3-hour movie.
No,
So
bro.
if you guys want to write the script next time,
No, bro,
It's
you're-
not a big time. It's not
you're
a
wrong
big
for
skip
that.
because there's not much happening.
Where's the Google Doc, man? Make a Google
No,
Doc.
look,
We're all put up
I'm with Eddie on this one because there
you
isn't actually much
procrastinators will probably
happening.
do it like 10 minutes before getting here. Like, oh shit, I forgot the script.
Oh,
You know, actually, I was thinking about that this morning. I was like,
No,
I
I'm
remember
not gonna
both of
do-
you being in high school being big procrastinators. It's all coming back to me. When
yeah, no, I was always a
like I
procrastinator.
remember you specifically, Jesus.
I did like a 10-page essay like
Yeah,
the night
that's-
before.
Yeah, that's what I remember. You were like, wait, the essays due today? Oh shit, I didn't finish.
I remember
you
doing one
freaking
of those college AP writing class.
Yeah, that's the one I'm
Bro!
talking about.
I did one of those essays in class and I finished.
That's the one I'm talking about. Because you were like, I didn't finish. Oh shit. You were like freaking out. She's like, oh, she's coming. I was like, oh shit, you didn't finish, even though we had like 2 weeks or more.
Bro, that was me actually for my for my final in
I was
college
bad.
as well.
It's just doing things is boring, bro.
Boring.
That was me in college
So,
as well.
so a lot of this,
Yeah.
I was just thinking about this morning. I'm like, man, these guys are still procrastinators.
Yeah, no, I'm probably never gonna get out
I've
of that
gotten a
funk.
little better at it, but not too much.
At least I'm
Yeah.
in some aspects I am progressing, but like definitely.
I would have finished this movie last night, but I went to bed early. I was like, because I had this movie playing, and I was like an hour and a half in, almost 2 hours. I was like almost 2 hours done. I was like, I'm going to go to bed.
I woke up at like 7, and then I started watching the movie at 11.
I know you woke up at 7. You responded to our the snaps, remember?
Yeah, and then you immediately responded back and like, what the fuck are you doing?
I had to, teacher works today, so I had to take her to work. So I was already up.
All right, back to the read. Suspecting that John is has the power to perform divine miracles, Paul doubts whether he is truly guilty of his crimes. Meanwhile, the officers are forced to deal with a psychotic new inmate named Wild Bill, who frequently causes trouble by assaulting the officers, forcing them to restrain him in the block's padded cell on more than one occasion. So what do you guys think of these scenes?
You're like halfway through
I
the
was-
movie, bro.
No,
that's a lot,
he's
dude.
not.
No, 'cause in
Like
the
Eddie
beginning-
said,
Just like
he
an hour.
yeah he has a lot to comb through. So.
I know, but he just forget. He just. I
Well,
feel
we
like,
could fill in any gaps, though, you know. if
Exactly.
we're-
Yeah, I mean, your big facts. Yeah, we could do that. But like,
Big
'cause-
facts.
Because like the very first prisoner scene, I thought was the introducing the impactful and like.
Bro,
how,
if I
We already
wrote
talked
every
about
scene
that.
in this movie, this script alone, I would be talking for 2 hours of the podcast.
that's fine. That's a good podcast. Right
I
there.
forgot who the first prisoner. Oh wait, no, it was that like Asian guy
Yeah,
with
they
the
don't
gray
really,
hair.
yeah, they don't really talk about him too much, but like in the they showed like how merciful they are and like how Pierce is a garbage ass character.
Yeah, they tried
Percy,
to.
sorry, yeah, but that's not what I'm talking about. When they does Percy actually touch him, or because doesn't it work vice versa? Like if someone touches him, he gets to feel what their past is like.
He feels their wrongs, like if they're bad or good.
So so I mean, does Pierce touch him or no?
Percy.
I don't remember.
I don't think
Percy
Percy
Don't
touches
remember,
him.
bro.
Yeah, I
I
don't.
don't
remember.
think Percy touches him.
Because that's why I'm bringing
When
up
you
that-
said
He does
touch, I
not.
thought you meant like touch in the
No.
private area. That's
No,
why I was
no,
like,
no,
huh.
no,
He
That
does
comes
not.
later.
He does not.
So
I like how they.
Goddamn.
I like how they.
I liked how the guards were like
That's some good fan art.
I like how the guards were treating the prisoners like humans.
Mm-hmm.
Even considering, you know, the fucked up things that they did.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember if they said all of the convicts like
backstories.
Yeah, their convictions,
they
what they
only
were
bring
convicted
up
for.
the only 3 of them. The one that was first started off with the death sentence, you don't really get to know his backstory. But
No.
My question is, like, sorry for interrupting, but my question is, everyone that goes to ground, is that a guaranteed death sentence?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's death row right there.
Okay.
I believe.
That's the death row block.
Yep. So
The actual prison is right next door, but that little area is death row.
So yeah, like the first one they didn't really talk about, but yeah, him, Dale, they talk about what he did. He murdered like 2 people, but he doesn't think he did, not intentionally, but by accident.
Mm-hmm.
And then Billy the Kid intentionally killed people.
Oh yeah.
3 people in a holdup.
No, 4 people actually. No, 3.
Which
No, it was
character?
2. No, it was
Which
2 because
character?
remember they
And
show
we
it.
later
No, it
find
was
out
3.
that he was the one who.
It was 3 in a
the-
bank robbery, and then they
prop
found
guy,
out
yeah.
about the other.
Yeah.
I hated him so much. Like,
Yeah.
all right, I thought I had an issue
Billy the
like.
Kid.
He seemed too much like
pinpointing
Aleksey.
the actor. What? I hate the actor. I was trying to see where, like, all right, not the actor. I don't like
The character.
the character at all. Yeah. Even before I figured, like, oh wait,
Yeah,
He was
right
the one
off
who did all this?
right off the bat, you can tell he's crazy and pure evil.
Like as soon as he had
And-
the moon pie in his mouth, I was like, "Oh, that's Aleksey."
Oh yeah, I can see that now. That was funny because he spits
trying to
right
say
in front
I
of that.
What moon
No.
pies?
Moon pie was just chocolate
that
filling,
looked like
right?
shit, bro.
It was funny though.
That's probably what. That might have been what
That's-
they were.
that's why Tom-
Yeah,
Hanks is
but
like, "Oh,
I
it's
wanted I wanted him to get shot like immediately during the
Yeah.
as soon as he started walking into the death row area,
Did
he
they go
was
to how they
already
captured him?
beating up the
Right.
guards and shit. He threatened to kill one of them.
Did they say how they captured that guy?
He gave himself up.
No, one of the guys took a bitch boy's baton and then he knocked him on his ass.
Oh, are you talking about how
When
they
they
captured
first
it?
caught-
Yeah, how they
well,
first got
how
him.
they first caught him. Like,
Yeah, I think he said he
because
just
they
gave up.
obviously got the correct killer in this case. They don't know that he's the
Who
correct killer.
cares? I mean,
I want to know how they caught him.
I think he just
with
gave
gun
up. Bro.
threatened him with guns, probably.
Oh,
They got the whole SWAT team out there. We have this place surrounded.
Yeah,
We're
but,
skipping so far around now.
but like,
well, there's a lot to cover.
yeah,
It's
it's
fine.
funny how bitch boy. I keep forgetting Piers.
Yeah,
Pierce.
Percy.
Percy.
Is it
Percy. It's
How
Percy.
Percy pisses. Oh wait, no.
pants.
Pisses his pants. Yeah, that's
Pisses
the
his
scene.
pants, yeah, right
No,
after-
that was before.
No, that was after.
after. Yeah.
That's when. Oh, right.
That's where he was just frozen in place, not being able to beat up the
What's-
fucking crazy guy, even though he like his whole character is him like almost
Being sadistic.
masturbatory in how much he wants to beat the guard,
This guy was
the inmates.
really
up.
touched in the head.
I think he's just trying to be something he's not. Because clearly, when he does this and when he does the electrocution later on, he wimps out.
No, but he wants it. Like
It's weird. It's like he wants it, but he's also afraid of it.
This
He's
guy?
not. He doesn't have the balls to do it.
Percy.
No,
Oh,
Percy.
Percy, yeah.
The guy he has
Yeah,
in his
Percy.
chokehold.
Percy's weird. He's like he wants to be
Yeah, him
tough,
right
but
there.
well, he has that morbid curiosity. And I was like, bro, he has like that short fucking
I'm glad Percy. Gets
like
what he
he
deserves.
has some sort of like issues probably with his height because some of the guards like were talking
Napoleon
shit about him.
complex?
Bro, I was thinking he's the guy that the typical truck thing, like he has a big yee truck, but you know, down there he has a small pecker. That's what I was thinking. That's why
He was
he's
compensating.
yeah, and he's just like this is his way of complicating.
So speaking of Percy, in exchange for resigning from the penitentiary and accepting a job at the insane asylum, Percy is allowed to oversee Dell's execution.
Yeah, he was like licking his lips during the first execution.
Oh yeah, let me get into action.
He was like, he can see the death, and he's like, no, it's not enough. I need to be right there.
I thought he wanted to pull the switch more, but no, he just wanted to be right in front of him and watch the guy just die. I don't know why.
At the execution, Percy deliberately avoids soaking the sponge used to conduct electricity to Dell's head, leading to Dell suffering a gruesome and agonizing death, with John forced to feel Dell's pain as well.
Look at the. Whoops.
And then the gall that he fucking has of saying, "Oh, I didn't know
Look
you
at
had
the
to."
fake. Like obviously he was supposed to make it look fake. I'm assuming in this scene, but I guess he did a good job, but it's obviously fake here. His worry here.
Well, it's one screenshot. If it was completely in motion, you could see how it's better.
Yeah,
But yeah, like the gall of him afterwards saying like, "Oh yeah, I didn't know you had to like wet the sponge."
Yeah.
Like, I'm a complete fucking moron. I thought you just put the bare ass sponge on his head.
Even though they deliberately told him always wet the sponge.
You can hear the water the first time he fucking does it too.
yeah.
Yeah, that was a pretty gruesome scene.
That was one of the most. I was so sad when they killed him like that too. I was like,
Yeah,
dang.
especially with the little mouse buddy.
I know.
Why did he do it this way though? What was his reasoning?
Because
he just
he
wanted
didn't-
to see him burn because he made fun of him.
Yeah. This is right after Percy pees
Like
himself
he's
too.
fucked up. Like if
He's
in
touched
a
the
different
head.
context, he could have been a fucking murderer that would have been locked up.
Yeah.
Like just the sheer like anger he had towards a little fucking mouse.
Mhm.
Like he was just like insistent in fucking killing it. It reminded me of those like psycho killers that like start off by like killing cats and then they go bigger and
So
bigger to
every
humans.
psycho killer then, basically.
Yeah, I thought he would turn into just a straight up killer.
Well,
He kind of did towards the
Well,
end.
yeah.
He was just a privileged white boy. That was it.
Paul and the other officers bind and gag Percy as punishment for his actions and force him to spend a night in the padded cell. While Percy is locked away, they secretly smuggle John out of the prison so that he can use his powers to heal
Aren't you sweet?
the warden's wife, Melinda, of a brain tumor, saving
Bro.
her life.
You forgot the most important scene where the crazy inmate like sniffs Percy's ass.
Yes.
After Percy is released, all right. So, what do you guys think of
he
actually where
pisses his pants.
John saves the warden's wife?
That was also very impactful.
Very
See, I'm
touching. I thought he was gonna
surprised-
die there.
Yeah, I'm surprised that the warden actually
Did not shoot?
did not shoot and even allowed it, even though there's like trust. They were saying like, I'm surprised he allowed that.
Well,
and when
it's
he
'cause
kissed her to help,
to-
I was
heal her,
like, this is gonna turn into some cuck shit.
Yeah, that's what I
I'm
was
surprised he didn't shoot him on sight there because obviously this is what like 19.
It's early 1900s.
Very like 1920s maybe or
Yeah,
something like
but
that.
still-
1930.
1930.
But
yeah.
still over with racism, so it's fine.
Yes, but even then it was still not very good for that. You know,
That's
it was
what
not a good time for them. Still.
Well, wait, racism was still a thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
very
the
much so.
inmate was calling him the N-word.
and
I know. I'm surprised they allowed
and
that.
so I'm surprised. Like, did he just like he didn't just shoot him on sight because it was a very bad time for them back then. So I'm surprised it happened. I'm glad they didn't do that, and I'm glad that he's like.
I think the warden just really trusts the main.
Yes,
the
I
main
think he
guy.
was also
Yeah.
wanted to any option he could
Any
get.
hope he can get. So I'm glad that it went the way it did.
You can see.
I still don't know how to feel about the magical black man
well,
aspect.
That's where it threw me off because I didn't expect that. Whenever it's
That's
like, wait,
where
hold
I-
on,
Cause
what am I
it reminded me of like some like weird southern like what the fuck is it called, voodoo magic.
oh, I can see that. Yeah.
And I thought that it seemed a little inappropriate, but I mean, in the context of the book, it's probably makes more sense.
For me,
Plus, Stephen King always does this
Yeah, I
type
was
of story where
yeah.
he gives his characters like powers.
that's what I was trying to say. This reminds me of The Shining.
yeah.
He
I've
has
never
The
seen
Shining.
The Shining all the way through. So
I was like,
Shining
oh,
is
this
too
is the
boring for
Stephen
me.
King
Yeah,
part.
me too.
Okay.
And there's a magical black man in that. in
Oh, yeah,
that
the
too.
teacher, yeah.
He has The Shining.
He was
do
the.
you guys watch the new
Yeah, I
version
love
of
Doctor
Shining?
Sleep. Oh, the new one?
Yeah, the new version.
The
of
new
The
Doctor
Shining.
Sleep is
Yeah.
amazing. It has
It was?
Ewan McGregor. I love Ewan McGregor, so that's probably why I love it.
What it's related to The Shining, right?
Yeah.
This is the sequel to The Shining, so it's
Yeah.
the kid grown up.
Oh, okay. But it
why
was
he's
good.
He's basically the new mentor to
Was it
another
really
kid with The
though,
Shining.
Eddie?
I love the
Or-
name.
You like the
Liked it. Just
actor.
let's look up the reviews.
I
Ewan
love
McGregor's amazing.
I love the name of the movie more than I have the interest in watching
Oh
it.
yeah, Doctor what?
Doctor Sleep.
Okay, let's see what.
Such a
this-
fucking. It's a cool name. It's like Doctor Love Strange.
Let's see. It's got a 7.3 and 59, so take it with a grain. Look, I even hearted the actor.
Yeah,
I'm
so
like,
I think
yes,
it's
I
because
love
you like the actor
Ewan.
more.
Damn, bro. Standing.
Hell yeah, I can't wait for the Kenobi series. Okay.
It'd be funny if it was complete trash.
I'd be surprised. I think I would still love it even if it was. So after Percy is released from the padded room, the officers threaten to report him for his various acts of misconduct if his behavior continues. Later, John uses his powers to release Minda. Okay, yeah, we talked about this. He saves her, and then he passes the basically like the curse into Percy's brain, causing Percy to shoot Wild Bill to death.
Yeah, like those flies or whatever. It reminded me of voodoo magic shit.
So like when he shoots him, I'm thinking that's Billy the Kid's portion right there.
Darkness.
Yeah, the darkness that he just puts onto him. So it makes him act like that because intentionally he does not like that.
I really thought that John was gonna die due to him not being able to cough it up.
Oh yeah, it did seem like that.
Mm-hmm.
He's just
I'm
holding
glad that they did what they did because it was satisfying after that scene.
Satisfying. Satisfying of like
Wild Bill
getting
and Percy.
Him passing on the disease or
like I felt like it was more just like like having Percy just reveal his like darker intentions of him just wanting to fucking...
No, but I thought that was Billy the Kid's portion, or whoever that guy was. I thought that was his portion, because that seemed like his more type of darkness. To just shoot someone for fuck of it.
They're both pretty fucked.
Sure, I'll just agree with you.
They're both pretty fucked up people.
It's because I say that because they also...
he touched him before.
Yeah, he touched him before, so he got some of the bad juju in him as well.
Bad juju.
The bad vibes.
Yeah, but he hasn't coughed since the brain tumor thing, which caused...
but it caused him to lose his mind as well.
But yeah, like her mental state was like a lot more aggressive because of the brain tumor thing. So I thought that's what went into him.
So shortly
that he was just more unhinged.
Shortly after, John reveals to Paul that Wild Bill was the true culprit of the crimes for which he is wrongfully condemned, releasing his supernatural energy into Paul in the process. So this is where Paul and John shake hands so that Paul can see all the memories of Wild Bill.
Another thing about like the first time they introduce his powers, it seemed like a very jump the shark moment.
Oh, really?
I was like, what the fuck? Why is there superpowers in this like very grounded film so far?
Because it's Stephen King.
Yeah.
Well, the superpowers were introduced towards the beginning too.
Yes, but you didn't. How should I say? Was there a light when he saved?
Yep.
There was.
Yeah. It was the light bulb. Remember, it got really bright, and then it like really, really bright to the point it just broke.
That's the first time he does it, and that's the first time I was like, this seems like a very like off the wall. No, it came out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's big facts.
So, having suffered a mental breakdown, Percy is committed to the same insane asylum where he had planned to work after resigning from the prison.
I don't think he was ever going to resign. I think it was more like just like do it, and then he's like, I'm like this.
Well, after the execution, he didn't really have a choice.
Yeah.
Because, he fucked it up. On
no, but that's
that was the warden, right? The
warden
guy.
was like, he's out of here. Finally realizing that John is innocent, Paul is distraught at the thought of executing him and offers to let him go free. John tells Paul that the execution would be an act of mercy as he views the world as cruel and is in constant pain from the suffering that people inflict upon each other.
So he's an angel.
Yeah, basically.
That was my theory. Like, is this like
Jesus sort of figure?
Not that, just a straight up angel brought down to earth.
Well, while he's watching the movie, he says there's angels like this up in heaven or
like
whatever.
I don't want to say archangel because then you just can't kill him. You literally can't kill him.
Mm-hmm.
But
just a regular angel.
Yeah.
Mentioning that he has never seen a movie before, John watches Top Hat with the others officers as a last request.
It was a beautiful scene.
Yeah,
I teared up.
I almost started crying again at that scene. I was like,
again? Wait, you teared up before that?
I've seen this movie before.
No, before that scene.
Oh yeah, I cried. Almost started crying at the Dell's
That's a
death
good
scene.
quote right there.
Because I'm tired of Bosch, mostly tired of people being ugly to each other.
That was a terrible accent. It sounded like you were just chewing on gum.
Thank
chewing
you.
on something.
He was chewing on chew.
Hey, I tell you what, thank you. I'll be here all week.
When executed later that night, he asked to not have a hood placed over his head as he is afraid of the dark.
And then they don't even show his.
That made me tear up again.
They didn't show that scene though.
Yeah, that was the scene that made me tear up. The
Which
officers where where he's
kill
getting
him.
executed, but
Yeah.
he doesn't want the cloth over his head.
Because he's scared of the dark.
That was sad, but
Yeah, you have no fucking soul though, because you're a ginger. You're not even. You're
I'm
like.
just saying, yes, it's a sad scene, but I don't
Bro,
think
that
it's
was beyond
What the fuck?
sad. What do you
What's
expect?
what's the last thing you cried at?
He died. He cried when Snake Eyes almost died.
No, when Tony Stark got killed.
Oh my god.
I didn't even cry.
I
at
didn't
That was
even cry
way
at that
less
scene.
sad, bro. He
Yeah,
literally
I watched the Tony Starks ever since it premiered.
he literally went out with a fucking quote saying, "I am Iron Man."
Yeah, I didn't really
And that
cry
hit
either.
hard, bro.
I watched it ever since the movies first came out.
But a fucking innocent man getting to death saying
said it
he's
was
afraid of
sad,
the dark.
okay?
You
I
didn't.
Yeah, but you didn't
understand why-
cry at it, bro.
I
Like, what's
understand
wrong
why
with
people
you?
would cry at
Not
it, but
a
to be
tear.
fair, there was a lot of grown men in my theater who cried in that scene. I was like, what?
Yeah, but I'm saying you're saying the Tony Stark scene was sadder than this.
yes.
No, not at all. What are you?
I love you 3000. Doctor Strange's was better. I love you in every universe.
I'm not completely heartless because I do cry at some movies or tear up in certain
It
situations.
has to be a superhero. though.
Like Naruto is one of the animes that can make you tear up. sometimes,
Naruto,
okay?
bro.
bro.
Oh my god.
I actually did cry in Jiraiya's death.
Yeah, that was sad.
when
the
Jiraiya
most
goes, that
hardest-
shit
That
hits
is sad.
hard.
Cause he's the only what? What's the,
Naruto's best closest.
no,
That
but
is my
what's
ninja way.
what's the thing called when they're the three
Oh.
legendary Sani? He's the
Yeah,
only
yeah,
Sani that
Sani.
dies.
Yeah.
The only Sani that dies in the whole franchise.
Dasani, the water
'Cause I don't
bottle.
think Orochimaru can die.
Not anymore, probably. I think, like,
I-
I'll go into the lore afterwards.
Alright,
I think
we're
the-
getting off track here.
Wait, last thing is I think the music that they play
For
when
the-
something
Oh
sad
my
happens.
God.
It's so good.
It's
All
like-
the music they played in this movie was good.
The music is what helps a lot. Normally, I probably wouldn't tear up as much, but when the music
Oh, he did
hits,
tear up. You hear that?
No, in
not
Naruto,
in
he
Naruto,
said.
yeah, the
Oh.
Naruto music is good.
It's the
Yeah,
music
like the
that-
scene isn't that sad to me, but the fucking the song.
Music,
is.
It's the music that brings it out.
Okay, so let's get off this topic.
Back in the present, Paul tells Elaine that John's was the last execution that he and Bruto witnessed, as they both subsequently resigned from prison and took jobs in the juvenile system. Concluding his story, Paul reveals that Dell's mouse, Mr. Jingles, is still alive, having been blessed with a supernaturally long life, thanks to John's healing touch. He also reveals that he himself is now 108 years old, having been 44 at the time of John's execution.
Yeah, when he gave the age reveal, I'm like, whoa, 108 years old. Like that's old, but like
It's doable.
doesn't seem too. Yeah, but then again, considering the time period, you probably would die at like 65 or
That's,
something.
that's fair. That's fair.
Bro, that was so wild to see Mr. Jingles that old. Looking.
Yeah.
You can see the
Old
CGI
fluffy
in that.
mouse.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. I showed you guys a meme. It was of the stick figure with the realization. The lady that he saved, where is she at?
What?
The lady that
Oh,
No,
that John saved.
saved. Where is she at?
She
Yeah,
died.
bro.
She
I don't
died,
know.
bro. He didn't give her any of the power. He
He
took
pretty
away.
much did.
No, he took away whatever she had, not giving her
okay,
power.
okay, yeah, that makes
Remember,
sense.
he literally
He
said
didn't
he
give her
touched him.
life. He took it away.
Yeah,
okay.
he touched him to give him the power to see the past. Same with Mr. Jingles, I guess.
Yeah, well, he was like squeezing the fuck out of them.
Oh yeah, before right when Dale was dying, and then
When-
he shocked him. You could see the electricity come out of his
When,
asshole.
when Elaine sees Paul's long life as another of John's miracles, Paul speculates that it may be a divine punishment and that he has been condemned to linger on Earth and outlive all of his loved ones for killing John. Paul is later shown attending Elaine's funeral and muses on how much longer he has left to live.
Yeah,
There you go.
considering the
There's
mouse
Mr.
is supposed to die in like, how long does a typical
I
mouse?
think 5
12
years.
Oh, I thought it was 12 years.
I thought it was 6 months, bro.
6 months.
I think it also depends on the
Are you
type of
looking it up
mouse.
right now?
Yeah, how long do mice live? Yeah, what do you guys think of the ending of the movie though? 5 to 7 years.
Oh, it's okay.
It's 8.5, like I said.
Dang, that mouse is like 90 years old then. Cause he
5 to 7. I think it's this type mouse or 2 years.
So yeah, so like multiply that by the typical lifespan of a human at that time period, he probably will like survive to like 200 or something.
Yeah.
I feel like longer.
Well, yeah, probably longer. I'm, just safe guessing.
Maybe he comes in other Stephen King books.
Wait, so at the end, did you
He
guys see if
turns
the
into
mouse was
Professor
alive or
X.
dead still? Huh? At the end, because they show a little clip of the mouse being in the car.
Yeah, they're both alive.
But no, is the mice dead at the end?
I don't know, actually.
Oh, they show him sleeping, but I don't know.
I
if
thought he died.
No.
That's what I was.
I swear I saw him like
Moving.
move a little bit.
It was still breathing.
What are your guys' final ratings for this movie?
Still 8.5.
8.5.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll give it an 8.3.
Why? What's the
Exact.
point two?
The point 2 is just the runtime, because I love this movie, but I don't know if I would sit through another 3 hours of rewatching it.
Like
If
I
it's
said,
with someone
only
who
if
hasn't
someone,
seen it,
who
like-
hasn't seen it before.
But that's the same thing with Forrest Gump. It's both of these are just
This
really
really
long.
makes me want to rewatch like Of Mice and Men.
I don't want to rewatch.
It's so sad.
We're gonna have
but
a
it's
farm.
good.
We're gonna have a farm, Lenny. There's gonna be lots of bunnies.
Oh no!
This this IMDb audience member
I like
gave it.
the rabbit.
I like the rabbits,
George.
George. This
George, the
IMDb audience
rabbits.
member gave it a 10 out of 10. Some of the supporting characters are a little two-dimensional, but The Green Mile is an incredibly effective prison drama with terrific performances and a script that deals with grief in an innovative and emotionally resonant way.
Really?
Really, bro. This one gave it a 1 out of 10. Painfully long and drawn-out movie, which comes across like an after-school special for grown-ups. I was irritated by its transparent, heavy headaches and attempt at audience manipulation.
This guy's just dumb.
This guy's just dumb. So check out our previous podcast. If you enjoyed this one so far, we upload new episodes weekly. Also check out our Patreon, and the help is greatly appreciated. Now time for content we've seen this week. So
Alice.
what'd you guys watch this week?
Black Mirror.
Whoa.
So good.
Was there ever a Black Mirror in any of the scenes?
No.
The name is misleading.
I just played games and
What color is a mirror?
White. Clear. I don't know.
Clear.
I played
Glass.
some Pokemon, tried shiny hunting.
That's crazy, bro.
Did you catch any shinies?
Yeah, I actually did.
Which
Which
ones?
one?
Was it Geodude?
Caught two,
That'd be
caught
dope.
two shelders.
Two of them? That's
Yeah,
lame. What a waste.
I caught a Serena. I don't know how to pronounce
Or
it.
like lamina.
As a shiny. I caught a shiny.
Did you catch an Agumon?
Not Veltorb. I caught a shiny Electrode. Not Electrode. What's its fucking name?
Electode.
Electode.
Magneton. There we go.
Magnum condom.
There's a shiny.
But yeah, I caught some shiny. So, but no Kyurem yet.
What about you guys? The rest of y'all. What did you do? What did you watch?
I played a teensy bit of Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
How was it?
It's really good so far.
Good. I'm happy for
Was
you.
the land really forgotten?
Yeah, bro.
Did you forget about
I'm
it?
just making sure these
No.
titles
Then
match
it's not
up.
forgotten.
Well, the Black Mirror doesn't.
If you remember it, it's not forgotten.
Yeah, so like I said, Black Mirror, I'm kind of stressing on like what else
What about you, Javier?
done.
I have done nothing.
You did watch nothing this week?
I watched a lot of YouTube. I think.
Oh, I'm almost done with Breaking Bad.
I think because I don't even like. The days have kind of just blurred. Just like I'm trying to think, and like I went to the service platforms I've been using. I'm just like I don't see anything I've watched.
Oh, I've been listening to a new podcast called the
Sleeping
Duncan
Cinema.
the Duncan Trussell Family Hour.
Oh.
It's a very spiritual podcast where he brings in like different, like either spiritual leaders or it's the guy who made
Sounds
the
boring.
Midnight Gospel.
Oh,
boring.
okay, okay.
It's his podcast, and it's literally the same shit as the Midnight Gospel, except it's more podcasty, even though the show is pretty podcasty already.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Is it really?
Yeah, it was very great. His latest episode, which just came out a couple days ago, he was talking to a Buddhist monk who is not a Dalai Lama, but a Lama something. And he was just talking about his religion and how he had to like go through 3 years of silence for training and shit like that. It was very interesting.
I guess I've also been keeping up with the Johnny Depp trials.
Oh.
So
That shit is so boring to me. I'm so done with this fucking trial. Like, I know it's gonna go
still
on for
going?
months, if not.
I think it ends next week.
I don't care.
I like the technical aspect of it a lot. I like because I don't watch many court stuff, so watching lawyers actually do shit, I'm like, oh, so that's how court works.
If it's not the TikTok lawyer, I don't want it.
Objection, bro.
If it's not She-Hulk, I'm not gonna watch
Hearsay,
it.
hearsay.
Big facts.
It's hearsay.
Hearsay, bro. Hearsay, bro.
But yeah, so it's
Foundation.
getting a little washed out right now because it's just getting very repetitive at this point. Like
when Ethan uploaded those like first 40 minutes or whatever, just like random. I don't even know if they were live clips, but of the Amber Heard situation.
I like listening to the trial, but just being in like towards the end of it with no context, I was like, what the fuck is going on?
That whole first half, I was completely bored.
it's very repetitive at this point, and I'm kind of sick of hearing the same thing over.
I've been sick of hearing it for like the last week or two.
Well, I love Johnny, so
I finally realized something.
Like,
I like Johnny too,
Yeah,
but
like,
like
for Johnny,
I don't like Johnny. I
this-
love Johnny.
like I don't want to hear about it every fucking day.
Mm-hmm.
I realized something I watched this week.
What?
Well, all three of us watched the Chip and Dale movie.
I
Yeah.
didn't see it.
Chip and Dale.
Oh, yeah, Chip and Dale.
Rangers.
Yeah,
I don't eat whale.
we
Why
shoulda-
would you say I eat whale?
We should have fucking saw that as the main movie.
What do you guys think of Chip and Dale?
I actually thought it was mid.
I liked it.
I thought
I
if
like-
I'm gonna rate the movie, it's a 6 for me.
If I had to rate it, it's probably a 6.5. I don't know if I liked it. Like
I love
I don't
the
know
fact that
if I
Aleksey
like it
Socials-
just due to the references, and if I rewatched it, it would be garbage.
Like I said, I think the plot was weak, but I really liked how creative everything was in the movie. Like
I hear they got
how the
Urban
valley
Sonic.
was the uncanny valley.
Yeah.
Or how we had characters like Ugly Sonic
When I
I
first
love
saw
that, though. I love Ugly Sonic.
and the whole concept of like Peter Pan being the villain and bootlegging shit.
I did
Don't
like
spoil it for me.
I did like Seth Rogen in this. They did the
cameo.
they did the 3 cameos.
I thought it was 4 because
3 or 4.
Because including this one that he was in.
3 or 4 or whatever. But point is, like, he does his laugh, but intentionally annoying.
Yeah, with all these characters that do the laugh.
He only does the laugh once or twice. I think twice.
The one thing I loved about the movie was when the real life chick, she's like, we went to Nickelodeon and then shit went down.
then Nick
Peppa
Jr.,
Pig.
Peppa
Yeah.
Pig, and Paw Patrol.
Yeah, and then shit went down. She was
That was
like,
funny. See, I love how creative they can get with this movie.
but the story for it was
Yeah, the story was kind of
No.
mid. I love John Mulaney though. He did really good in his role.
I loved Rescue Rangers in general. They
I actually like-
Bro Gadget just fucking the shit out of Zipper.
No, yes, for
That
real.
was so weird.
Got 46 kids, bro.
That was wild.
I was
bro.
like, damn, bro, they really are like going
what
deep
I
for
thought
that like furry bait because Gadget like was one of like the first furry like icons back in the day.
There's a cult in Russia that worships her.
I'm sorry, what?
There's a cult in Russia that worships Gadget even before this movie came out.
Yeah, you probably heard of
Look
it.
it up. It's called the
Are you
Gadget
sure you want to
cult.
look it on your computer?
If you look it up, it's gonna say created by Aleksey. Please do not steal.
Big facts.
Russia is the top. I'm sorry. What is this?
I thought that joke they did where she was like,
religious group versus Gadget Hack Wrench. In Russia, Gadget Hack Wrench is a central figure in a small religious group who worships a cartoon character like a goddess.
We gotta start that here,
Wow.
bro.
But as a kid, I'm not going to lie. I did like Gadget, but not
had
to
them
the
curves, bro?
not to the extent that where people were going like nuts over.
I think it's really funny the joke they did. She's like, yeah, I guess my character in real life is the same character as the movies or the shows.
Yeah, I love that her voice still held up, where it's exactly the same.
That's
That's
good.
wild.
It, like unlike John Mulaney and.
I like John Mulaney.
No, they did fine. They only had like one like Ellis Mark said,
Was
like
he
they
funny
only
in
have
this?
like one emotion. Like they don't really have they don't have a broad range of emotions.
The fly
Whenever
used
they
to
talk, it's all in like one tone. And like they did the chipmunky voice like once or twice, and I wish there was more of that.
I was wondering, did the fly ever talk in the show? I don't remember.
I don't think so.
No, he
did
just
little voices.
buzzed.
So
Yeah.
the fact that he had a voice in this movie killed me.
He had
I
a deep
was
voice.
not,
I liked
I
it.
wasn't
He was
prepared
like,
for that
"Hey."
either.
I liked them.
I was not prepared for that.
He's like,
It
"Hey,
was
I'll
such a-
save you guys.
Yeah, I'll save you.
It went pretty well considering.
Yeah, it was. I liked it. It was a fun movie.
Monterey's Jack's VA. That is not the same Monterey, if I
Really?
remember right.
Oh.
I'm not sure though. I
Put
could be
some
wrong.
Put some bobbies on. The
I saw a couple eps of the Rescue
shrimps on the
Rangers
bottom.
like last year when I think when I first got Disney Plus. I think maybe a year or two ago.
I was surprised by all the cameos they were able to throw in there.
I know. You remember the South Park?
I saw
one?
Dipper
South
from
Park, yeah,
Gravity Falls.
Randy from South
Yeah.
Park. There was what's his name? Jay's dad from Big Mouth.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, stupid.
There are so many.
There was a lot.
I love the Cars one.
Oh, yeah.
They had the Cars
They
one.
had 2 Cars ones.
Really?
Yeah,
I
they
don't
had
remember the
2.
second one then. I was watching this stuff when I was at work too, so it's like both working and looking down to see the movie.
I also watched the new Spy Family episode. It was pretty good.
I didn't see it, but I already read the chapters, so I already
Yeah.
know what happened.
Cute.
So you're just spoiling yourself.
So
Well, I'm prepared to just watch it.
now to roll the credits. You guys got any recommendations for any media?
Spy Family,
Help me find a car, guys.
I actually wanna.
The Old House,
Cars.
Actually
That's
want-
the recommendation.
Yeah, yeah.
I actually
Well,
wanna
cars
watch
and
Spy
help me
Family now.
and recommend me some
More.
cars.
Amphibia,
This just depends on the car. Like I could help you find a car. I just
Then
need
do
to-
it.
I told
Infinity
you to,
Train.
bro. I told you to ask him for help.
Yeah, because
And he is
don't-
helping me.
Yeah, because you just don't. You're like,
But
I
that
need a
car's
car.
sold. The one you just showed me, it's already sold.
It's sold already. God damn, that was. I mean, it's a good price. It only had 30,000 miles. I mean, it was a good
Dang, you
car.
could have had that car, bro.
Yeah, but I didn't.
I'll give you my car for like $45 million.
You can
All
go
right.
suck a dick, bro.
So next week is gonna be the Bob's Burger.
I might be
movie.
late to
Let's
that
go.
movie.
I gotta
Oh.
watch some
As long
Bob's
as you
Burger
watch
It's
it.
at
after that.
7 p.m., isn't it?
So my sister's birthday's next week as well.
Oh shit!
At the same time, when we're gonna watch the movie, Mom's telling me the food would be done around like 9
Shit.
something.
Well, if you can't make it, just make
At
sure to watch
9?
the
Yeah.
movie at some point.
Wait, how are you gonna be late to the movie if the movie
You have
starts?
to leave early from the movie.
Yeah,
if
just
anything.
leave early.
No, the food would be done by 9 or something like that.
Well, the movie
The
starts
party
at 7,
starts
doesn't
at
it?
like 4.
Oh wow,
Oh.
it's a long party.
Yeah.
So you're not even gonna go?
I don't know yet. I'm trying to figure that out. I'm trying to see what my mom wants
Well,
me to
even
do.
if you don't go that day, you just make sure you watch it.
I know.
I'm
I
hyped
am-
for the movie.
Well, so how is tomorrow? How is next week Sunday gonna work? Because we're gonna do something later that day too.
Like
don't
what?
forget.
What are we
Well,
doing?
yeah. No, Anya wanted to do a
You weren't
cookout.
invited.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's Memorial Day, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the Memorial
Yeah.
Day. That's when we do. I don't work Monday, so I can stay up all night drinking.
Oh yeah, that'll be fun.
So that's why I'm trying to figure out how.
Dang, you're gonna drink, bro?
No,
Fuck.
I thought you said it was fun.
I'll be the boring one again.
It's okay. It's chill. So but yeah, how are we gonna do that next week? Are we gonna be doing it at 12? To
We
get,
just
Well,
go.
we gotta text the group chat. Who's hosting? Is it Anya?
yeah, Anya's hosting.
Andrew-
it.
Then we had to ask her all these questions.
Well, no, because she's gonna do it. She's gonna wants to. I bet she's gonna do it later in the day because she's gonna also gonna do a bonfire that night too.
Yeah,
That's brazy.
that's brazy, bro.
So
You gonna play Kendrick all night?
I don't know.
So when are we doing the podcast? We'll have to figure that out.
Scott's gonna bop to the Heart Part 5.
Like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for visiting the Sleeping Cinema. Until next week. Peace.
Deuces.
So
See ya.
McDonald's.